Your chopsticks?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
Yo, this is your boy. Yeah, this is insane. It's season 3 already. I can't believe we're already here. It's season 3, motherfucking November. Motherfucking thank you for tuning in, all of you peeping Tom motherfuckers. This is your boy May Vizzle, and I just gotta introduce this band right now. They're off the fucking hook. Bestial Tongues. They just dropped this split with Blemish that you gotta fucking hear. It's on Frozen Screams. It's on Bandcamp. It's on the internet right now. We're gonna get some hard copies coming soon. So listen to it now so you're mentally prepared. I'm about to have these guys in here and we're gonna talk about how this shit came together. I was just like a little background on this shit. These guys sent me this press kit like a fucking month ago for this project. And I was like, holy shit, this is the most organized thing I've ever received from a band. And these guys, if you listen to the music, it's also reflected with how put together it is, how many transitions there are. It's a short project, but there is so much shit packed in there that I can't wait to talk to these guys. With no further ado, I bring to you Alex Perugine and Connor Hastings, baby.
Hey.
How's it going?
Shit.
Thank you.
Good to be here.
No.
Thank you guys for fucking coming here, man. Like I was saying, like this shit is crazy. I reached out to you guys. I think it was like after I did the Weeping interview, and Mind Decay fucking reached out to me and was like, "Yo, peep these bands in Jersey." Like he saw the interview. He was like, "Check this out. Check these bands out in Jersey." And I went and I looked and I was like, holy shit, like you guys are off the hook, man. You dropped a single in March, and then in fucking May you released a demo with the single on it. And then now we're here in fucking November and you just dropped this split. Like you just started this project this year, or has this been something brewing between y'all?
I started it when we had, I don't know about you, but we had like a lockdown for COVID for like 5 months really. And there was really nothing to do. And I figured like, one, I want to try to get better at guitar. And two, there's this documentary on YouTube called Slave to the Grind. And it's like a grindcore documentary. And I watched that and just got like hella inspired. And where I worked during the lockdown, we were only allowed to do one person at a time a day. So like each person had one day, and I would spend most of my one day there alone in the music room, just writing riffs and stuff and like having ideas for this. And I basically demoed out the EP, The Consecrated, and I think I sent it to Mark first. Yeah. I sent it to Mark, the guy that played bass on that record. And I was like, yo, we've been wanting to do a heavy project for like, since we knew each other. Like we've been in like prog bands and stuff before, but we always like wanted to do death metal and stuff. So he was like, yeah, I'm down. And I said, hey, I don't want to send it to Connor yet until it's done, because I think I only had like the first 3 songs done, but we should get Connor to do it. And then Connor's down. And then I got Pigeon Bird. I sent him the stuff and he was down too. And I really had like we were saying before, we really had no intentions of being like any sort of a real band. We were just kind of like a bored, fun, like we've still to this day never had a practice where all of us were in the room together. Like it's very much just like hey, I wrote this, tab it out, send it to Mark record it, send it back to me. I'd go to Bird's house when he's home alone with his kid and we would track vocals then, and that's just kind of how it went. And it turned into being something that was actually pretty cool and probably like my favorite project I've been a part of so far. So it's cool.
That's crazy. So you just got out of your first practice. How did it go?
This wasn't our first practice. We've had practices before, but we've never had a practice where all 4 of us were there.
Yeah.
Most of them are like this. Most of them is like this when it's me and Connor just like hashing out parts before we went to record drums. But now we're trying to get ready for sets and stuff. So
yeah. You guys feel any like performance anxiety, like having everybody together in the room finally? Or you're all like...
Not really, because it's been me, Connor, and Jack, our bass player, have been practicing a lot. It's really just like Bird coming into the fix. Like I want to have at least one practice with him just so we're kind of all on the same page and how it flows and everything. But even if we don't, like I trust him enough to like vocals are the kind of thing is, and you just kind of have to listen to the music and have your voice in shape and just kind of know how the songs go. Where like I think the three of us are in a tight enough position that Pigeon will be able to, just kind of come in and do his thing.
Yeah. See, he's got a lot of experience too. Like Kong, fucking, you're looking at fucking Weeping too. And I noticed, so yeah, that found that interesting because you guys are like on the same bill as Weeping. So is he doing 2 sets that night?
He's doing double duty.
That's badass.
There's 2 bands in between though, so he's got some chill. He's got some chill time.
Time to have some tea.
Yeah.
Oh no, my lights.
Oh shit! Don't kill the battery. Oh, there we go. Fuck. Michael Marshall just commented. He said, "What up? Greetings from Barbaric Brutality."
Okay.
Yeah, they're a label from out here,
Sacramento. From the War Flirt Wednesdays and shit.
Yep. I know Warflurch is the man too. Fucking
yeah, man.
Yeah, Theo put me on to Warflurch. I was like, what the like I seen this dude. I got the Warflurch shirt on right now.
Yeah.
But,
No, perfect.
Yeah, fucking Warflurch Wednesdays. Like I seen that after I started doing this show, so I actually had him on the other week, and he's fun, man. I fucking love Mike from Warflurch. But I
was watching some of that. I love how like 90% of the time he was just rolling a joint while doing the interview. I was like, this guy rules.
You just feel like you're chilling with him. Like it's totally the vibe. Like when I had him on, dude, we went for like shit. He told me he had like an hour, and we went for like 2, and we're just drinking all the beers and just like having a blast. But
that's
fun.
awesome.
So shit, I got a 2-part question. So Jack Rose did the mastering for Deconsecrated and played the bass on the split. Did he master this project? And is he now your full-time bassist?
He didn't master this one. We got our buddy Craig, who's like an awesome engineer from Jersey. If you want to do your stuff with him, he's much more of a professional guy than what we are doing. Like he's like a really good engineer. So like, opposed to like our stuff where it's just like, let's just fucking go fast as hell, man. He also engineered the drums on both of our releases, but Jack mastered the last one because, like I said, the first project wasn't really anything I wanted. I just like, let me just get all my friends to be on this.
Yeah.
So it was like I had Craig do the drumming, and then I got Jack in the fold, and he's our full-time bass player now, and he's in like 2 other like major bands as well. So he's a busy boy.
Busy boy.
Damn, that's off the hook, dude. Motherfuckers be doing all sorts of shit, but your project is so put together. Like it's super fucking technical. Like I said, for the short runtime, there's so much shit going on that that comes together. Like the drums I was talking about before we went live, the drums on the outro. Like, how do you guys fucking? I compare it to like avant-garde jazz. Like the type of music you guys play, because it's really like in short bursts. There's like this crazy shit happening, and then it's like but it's super technical what you're doing. Like fucking do you how the fuck do you make it? Like what the fuck is the process behind that? You guys all collaborate, or
Alex writes all the songs.
Yeah.
And they'll usually have drums to go with them. So whatever Alex sends me, I just learn that, and then I'll just throw my own fucking little twiddly winks and shit in there.
Yeah, we both come from more of like a progressive metal kind of background. Like we were just listening to Opeth before and stuff, and we're a bunch of prog nerds. But at the same time, we do still love like death metal and stuff. And like, to put it in its simplest terms, like when it comes to Death, like the band Death, we're like human fans. That era of Death is our favorite. Like we like the technicalities and everything, but we still like being brutal as fuck and just heavy and uncompromising, but still having like smart moments thrown in there, So it's like kind of like balancing that in terms of like the short bursts. It's really me and Bird, and just kind of me in general. I hate albums that are too long. Like, an example is like a band like Dying Fetus. I fucking love Dying Fetus. Last time I saw Dying Fetus, they played for like an hour and a half, and I got so bored because it's like, after like a half hour, it's just dun, 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 dun,
I can't
dun,
believe
dun,
they
dun.
created that song.
It's just like even if they're playing my favorite song, it's like, wow, I just heard the same breakdown for the most part. So like we like the short bursts and just like get in, get out kind of attitude of it all.
Yeah.
And your album, you know, does have, or not album, the split, it does have grooviness in it too, which is cool. It's like, it's refreshing. It's like you're getting like, okay, you're overwhelmed with all this different shit, and then all of a sudden it just slows down to like a groove. You know, it's still fast, but it's fucking like you get that groove section of it, and it's smart. Like, yeah, it's fucking crazy, man. Like your background, you know, playing instruments, like how long have you been fucking with the guitar and you on the drums?
How long have you been playing drums, Scott?
Geez, I think probably by now I've been playing drums for 9 or 10 years, and I took, you know, like proper lessons with a guy named Joe Navolo, who like he's you know, auditioned for like Kiss and Yngwie Malmsteen. Basically, he's just like an all around drum guy. So I got to learn lots of like jazz and like Latin stuff, in addition to, you know, proper drumming technique, like to play fast and shit. So had a lot of time to build the speed up and shit.
No,
That's hella cool.
yeah, like if you were to hear like my raw, just kind of like 2 a.m. drum demos from all the songs that when I'm writing in them and I program the drums, compared to like what's on the record, like Connor adds so much crazy shit. Like most specifically, my favorite thing he ever added is in that song, the first song on the split, after the like maggot stomp riff, where he does he adds that drum beat, which is almost like an African kind of tribal drum fill before going into the grind.
Trying to channel Sean
And I'm like,
Minor.
that's so sick. Like even Bird, that was like one of the few practices he was ever at. He was like, bro, you gotta do that every time now. Like, that's the sickest thing.
Yeah,
And it's just like little shit like that Connor adds in that makes it like just cool as hell.
Do you feel, or do you guys recognize that you're pushing the genre with what you're doing? How does it feel? Has anyone told you guys that yet?
Nah,
I don't
dude.
think so. I mean, I feel like I'm just here to have a good time.
Yeah.
You know, I'm having a lot of fun with this recording, and like I really like this project. Like this is the kind of shit I can be like, I don't really know what I want to listen to at work. I guess I could throw, you know, it's 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And I really like the song, so like why not just listen to, like, I can listen to this shit.
Yeah, like it was never meant to be a serious, like that's why our original bass player Mark, he left pretty much a little bit, like probably like a month after deconsecrated.
Yeah.
Just because he was saying that it's like, you know, it's becoming like a serious thing, and I was like, I still like don't even feel like it's a serious thing at this point where we are now. Like,
Yeah.
like it's like, yeah, let's maybe practice next week. Fuck it, let's see if we can make it. Let's kind of try to practice and stuff like that. But no, I never thought of that. I just wanted to be like my two main inspirations for this project were Pig Destroyer with Prowler in the Yard and Discordance Axis with the Inalienable Dreamless. I just think those two records are like the epitome of awesome grindcore, and it being coming like you said, like pushing the genre. And I don't think what we're doing is anywhere near like that level of insanity, and just like it's the kind of thing, is like grindcore and death metal, like as much as I love it, it is like kind of stupid at times, you know, like it's like extreme, and I find myself laughing at some of these bands just because it's awesome and just funny. But like those albums are like examples where I'd say like Prowl in the Yard is kind of like art. Like in the Inalienable Dreamless is like art.
They're both kind of like avant-garde,
yeah,
you know, in ways. They're not just like,
yeah, it's like really
you know?
tasteful shit. So like that's what I'm trying to get from this. But also like, you know, like Napalm Death and Cannibal Corpse and all that fun shit.
death, yeah.
Yeah, like fucking, it's just like, I don't know, like I heard like, I just got into like avant-garde jazz and that kind of shit like earlier during the pandemic, you know. I went down the rabbit hole with fucking metal, and then like I was like listening to like Hella Santana for a second, because I caught the Paul Reed Smith, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna listen to Hella Santana and play some of my Paul Reed Smith. And then he did like an interview where he said like A Love Supreme is like the greatest fucking album ever made, like it's my favorite shit. And I never heard it, and I put it on and I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I was like, dude, this is like the same reaction I had when I listened to like Grind for the first time. And I was like, wait a minute. It's like, these motherfuckers are onto something. This shit is insane.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. And it's the same thing. It's just louder, and, you know, like, it's sick.
Discovering fire.
but yeah, it is tasteful. It is. I mean, fucking the fucking where is it? The artwork, man. So I mean, how did this come to fruition? Like this is tasteful. It's not no like porno grind, like, you know, crazy shit on the shit. It's how did this like, how'd the album art come to be?
That's Kenny from Blemish. He made that.
The vocalist for Blemish.
And he basically, I was talking with Nick, the drummer for Blemish. I was probably annoying the fuck out of him just because like the record was finally done and I was like, okay, let's do it
right now.
and he kept telling me that Kenny was working on the album cover, and he sent me that picture that's like right in the center of it. That's like, he sent that picture and we were like, dude, that's sick as hell, because it's like a weird like ghost apparition thing he found in some paranormal book.
Ooh.
And then one day, like, Kenny actually just kind of posted that on Instagram. We were like, bro, that's it. Like, it's weird. Like, Pigeon hates it.
Yeah.
And we're like, that's why it's cool. Like, it's so weird.
And I was even, before it even came out, I think I was talking to you about, like, I hate, like, how many death metal album covers are just, like, brown and gore and just, like, black.
And, like, a black and white skeleton or something.
Yeah. I love the cover to Leprosy because it's like pink, you know, and really bright and obnoxious, and like this just so happened to come out a similar way. It's fucking awesome. I fucking love it.
And even like the Consecrated, like, even though that is kind of like, you know, a sketchy looking skeleton guy, it's still so like cool, more like there's a lot of detail and like creepiness and mystery to it, where like if you look at a lot of other ones, it's just kind of like a decomposing skeleton with a hook in it or some shit, and it's just like, okay, just I'm sure I know what this sounds like.
Yeah, I fucking feel you on that, man. That fucking Deconsecrated.
Hell
off the hook, bro.
Alex has the original artwork.
Yeah, I do. I have we commissioned that from this guy called his Instagram handle is Embraced by Death Art.
Damn.
And I've always liked a lot of his stuff, because when we started the project, I started following a lot of Instagram artists and stuff, and I hit him up and it was just like, hey, how much is it for like an original commission? And he was like, anywhere from like 200 to 400. And we kind of like all agreed upon each other. It was like, it's kind of worth it because this guy's sick.
Yeah.
And I think the whole thing was like $250 for that album cover. And I have he mailed it to me from like Poland or Finland. He's from. Damn. And he mailed it to me. And like a month later, I got this giant envelope and I was like, what the fuck is this? And it was the album. It's so sick.
That's crazy.
He's a really cool dude.
Damn, you got a physical piece of fucking art from dude. That's off the hook. Cool. Like I've commissioned shit. I usually just get like an email, you know? Like that's raw to have like the piece.
I was talking to Theo from Weeping, and the Ethereal Suffering, that's like a painted thing, and they said that artist wanted like them to pay him to mail it out for him. I was like, no, this guy just kind of said, yeah, what's your address? I'm sending it to you. And he's like, sent it through Poland. I had to pay him through some like sketchy ass international PayPal thing.
Yeah, the fucking Western Union, that motherfucker.
I think it was called Zoom, but like with an X instead of Z, like zero gravity. Zoom.
Yeah, that's hella cool, man. Like, fuck.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
Yeah, the artwork was crazy. So this was my introduction to, you know, you guys as a band, and it's there's growth from here to there's growth from here to where you're at now, and it's crazy like how fast bands are progressing. I feel like it is a result of the pandemic. Like, you know, bands are just fucking, people are getting their shit together, man. You're getting clear visions. You guys sent me a fucking press kit. Like, I was like, what you have no idea how juiced I was. I was like, holy shit. Like this, it totally legit. You guys put that thing together. That thing was fucking raw.
Yeah,
that's all Alex.
I do. I do music reviews and shit. So like, I get stuff like that from like I've learned how, you know, Cannibal Corpse sends out their albums and stuff. So I was like, I'm just gonna do what Cannibal Corpse does. Like I got the Iron Maiden album early, and this is how they sent it to me.
Yeah.
So like, I was like, that's just what I'll do to all these other reviewers, because that's like, I think that's, even though like it is just like a Google Drive, it's a very organized, it has the press release and everything in there. So I figured, you know, let me just do it. And we have a friend, Nick. I don't even know if I told you.
He told me the other day.
But I got my friend Nick, who's like a PR guy, and I just sent him the thing, and I was like, "Hey, you want to write up a press release for this?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure. Just give me all the details."
Yeah, dude, that was badass. That was like, wow, that it
No.
as somebody that, you know, is like fucking with shit like that stuff, the packaging, it comes together. You got like a clear idea of what you're about to get into before you hear it and shit, and like it's fucking raw, dude. Like you guys are making what did I wrote it here. Fucking I gotta say this the way I wrote it because I said it. You guys appear to be making all the right moves, and it shines in your latest project. Like seriously, like fuck, man.
We're just hoping people are digging it, and a lot of people are listening to it. Because, like I said, we're not really like we had no intentions of ever playing shows. So when shows came back, we were hella unprepared.
Yes.
Like 2 days after the Consecrated came out, we started writing this release.
Damn.
Yeah, literally it came out, and then Alex was like, "Yeah, I got these riffs.
I got seven
got
song
six,
guys.
Yeah, I think there's what?
There's two
three?
unreleased songs that are from the split that were too long because we're trying to do 7 inches. And I think adding those 2 songs would make it about 7 minutes long. And the amount of time for a 7-inch is 6 minutes. So we're like, fuck, we gotta drop. We kind of agreed while we were recording it that those 2 were our weakest songs. And Bert doesn't even have lyrics to them, so it's just like, let's just drop those ones.
Yeah, we should still use them. They're bangers, you know.
Yeah.
At least part of them.
Everybody gets to hear them.
Yeah. Deluxe edition.
Yeah, there you go.
Shit. So you guys are planning some physical media coming soon. Is that gonna? Well, I mean, fuck. It's probably way too in advance. Do you have a timeline of when you're gonna start announcing that kind of shit?
Frozen Screams told us that vinyl is a 9-month wait. So in 9 months.
Yeah.
We haven't even talked about like the layout and design of the actual thing yet. So.
Yeah. You guys got any other merch in the works? Some shirts, more shirts? I seen the latest one.
Yeah, we did that through pre-order just to kind of test the grounds and see like how many we could do. And we're also all broke. So it's like, let's make the money before we print them.
Yeah.
But I think after that, we're probably going to do maybe just like make like 50 shirts or something just to kind of have for when shows are coming and people could order them and stuff. And kind of manufacture them through ourselves rather than like I know Frozen Screams did the ordering and everything, and John sent me like a Excel sheet of all the orders and everything so I could mail them out when they come in. But I think next time it'll just kind of be like, hey, we have shirts, PayPal, Venmo me, and I'll send you one.
They're good to have. It's good to just have like a bunch. You know?
Yeah. Are you guys doing like, so as far as like analytics go, like where people are hearing you? Where are you getting the most play at? Like, have you checked that on Bandcamp and shit?
I think Bandcamp's pretty good. Spotify, I know we do pretty all right with. I don't really check it too much, just because like with my like self-consciousness, I hate looking at stuff and like see like, oh shit, we're down.
Yeah.
And then I just get depressed and like, it's cool. Like, I think it's doing pretty well. The YouTube stuff, because we had Mind Decay, they made the visualizer for the whole EP. So we have that whole thing going on, which is a cool thing. I have a bunch of my other like reviewer friends that are going to be posting it everywhere and stuff. So I think Spotify is usually the biggest place for us. That or Bandcamp, because the Bandcamp link is actually in our bio, I believe. And I have been getting like PayPal things of people actually buying the thing, which is kind of cool.
That's fucking sick, man. Yeah, getting that first dollar, dude, is fucking.
Yeah.
You know, that's a good ass feeling. I just got my first dollar on this motherfucker the other week. I was like,
nice.
Oh shit, someone sent me money? Like, what the fuck?
I'm
doing something right. I'm just talking to people. Holy shit.
Yeah, dude, it's wild, man. I do the YouTube thing and like I get those notifications sometimes that I get paid and I'm like, holy shit, I don't have to pay my car insurance this month.
Yeah. That's crazy, like turning something that you love to do and you just have fun doing into something sick. But it's fucking trip, man. Like you guys are so humble about what you're doing, but this shit is really fucking like put together, like well put together. I can't wait till you start doing shows. As far as like your future plans, like are you guys sweating about the show coming up? Are you like good?
I think you are.
I mean, I worry about. I'm hard on myself anyway, but just like I've played so many like basement. I've been in a lot of bands, and like just the technical aspect of just like, I hope my bass pedal doesn't slide around. I hope my cymbal stands all hold up. Like that kind of shit stresses me out. And I guess maybe what's the fucking death procession? Yeah, I'm a little nervous to play that song because it's just like straight double bass for like a minute and a half, and I'm just like, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, no one knows how to play that song except for me and Connor.
Yeah.
Jack just kind of hits his bass through it.
But it works.
You'll get the adrenaline dump once the crowd's there. You're just like, fucking
yeah, exactly.
Go into
yeah,
it.
I'm the same way. Like, I played that Weeping show, and like the entire time my amp was like exploding, and like it's like the uncontrollable shit like that, you know. Like I know the songs. No, that was at Bond Street.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like I know that I know how to play the songs, that I could play the songs, but there's this shit like you said. Like, what if on my giant pedal board? What if one of my cables gets bad? What if something like I'm never the type of person to not like. I'll never sit there and fuck with my pedal board for more than 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Like Connor has seen me like in situations where my pedal board's not working and I just kick it a few times. And if it doesn't work, I just unplug the whole thing and go straight into the amp just because I don't need that kind of. I played Starland. Were you at that?
No,
I don't know.
But I know the story.
My other band, we did a cover, you know, Rush 2112.
Yeah.
We did the whole album.
What the fuck? That's crazy.
And the fucking beginning of the record, you know, when they come in with the delay,
yeah,
I hit my delay pedal and my entire thing blew up. So I I kicked it and then I unplugged and I came back in for like when everything starts opening up for the song. So I was like, oh my god, what a way to start out a gig at a Starland around here is like a 2,000 cap venue. Like it's really cool venue, so it was like a big deal to play there, and it was just like first note, man. First thing I do, my whole shit blows up.
That's rough, man. I've had some rough shows. I fucking one time, it was actually my first show. Fucking, I don't know why, dude. It was a tiny ass venue. It was like a fucking. There were like 30 people there, and like that's all we could fit. It was the back of a music store, and fucking. For some reason, we all thought we needed half stacks, and we had 3 guitarists. So
rock and roll.
It was so fucking loud, and dude that borrowed like a Mesa Boogie from somebody, and the shit blew out like right in the beginning. So all you hear is just, there was so much feedback too from everything. Like you could just hear it over everything, and then fucking what happened? I used to play a War Beast, so like. My strap just kept popping off. I didn't have a lock for it or anything.
Yeah.
So I'm like fucking like on one knee. Like, thank God there was like a speaker for me to put my leg up on. But I was stuck in that position for like fucking 4 songs, dude. Like at one point I just said, fuck it with the strap. I don't need this motherfucker. Like I hate that shit. But it is what it is, you know? And as long as you don't, like, what did my boy tell me? Like I was hella scared before a show one time. And like dude said, he's like, yo, Jimmy Page used to fuck up all the time, but nobody knows because he just make that face, you know, when he's like doing his shit. He just looks all cool and shit.
There's a way, like, you know, when you fuck up, you just kind of bend the note a little bit, and then you're just like a fucking guitar god for a second instead of fucking up.
You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
No, it's my whole mentality is like when you play shows, especially like out of your city and stuff, like. And you're playing original music, no one's going to know you fucked up. Like, no one's ever heard this before. Unless if you stop and go, oh, no, we fucked up. No one's going to know.
We got to stop the show, guys. We fucking missed a note. It's a wrap.
I hit the 4th fret instead of the 5th fret. My bad.
Yep. Fuck. So your set, how long's your set running to be right now? You got are you doing all of it? Are you doing all your music or what?
We're not playing the last song on the split. We might add it eventually if we start playing more shows, but it was just the kind of things in that song, like you said, the ending of it is so like free form that it's hard to like get tight and sound good doing it. So like we basically, when we recorded that, I basically told Connor, like, just kind of do whatever the fuck you want to do, just make sure you get those dun, 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 and they're kind of at random times, so like there's really no way of replicating that. And Bird follows those, so it's kind of like it'll be a hard song to do live.
Yeah.
But we're playing everything else.
Yeah, fucking. The I think it's the end of
Transmogrified.
Transmogrified. Yeah, at the end of that song, like where it's like the dong, 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 with the fucking like the bass kicks in too. Like you
Yeah.
feel that shit. Like, bro, fuck. That's like there are moments in music that like just like you feel, you know, and
Yeah,
that
man.
shit was fucking crazy. And like you guys are doing that one for sure though. So you're doing everything except the last track on the new one. And
Yeah.
then are you doing is Blemish on that card too? Or the
Yeah, they
bill?
are.
Damn, so that's badass. That's fucking crazy. Like
Technically a release show, I would say.
how like tight are you with Blemish? Like you guys?
We've known them forever.
Yeah,
You know them better than I do, but I've known Nick since like fucking probably 10 years now.
Nick, I was actually in class. I was in a college class with Nick. We just ended up in like a math class together, and I was wearing like a Between the Buried and Me shirt. By the way, I want to mention it. We're both wearing Between the Buried and Me shirts right now.
Unplanned.
Totally fucking nerds.
Damn.
But Nick was like, I don't really like Between the Buried and Me, but metal is cool. So we kind of talked about metal and like, and then I was in a band. I was in a band called Program that is now defunct. And Kenny did like noise shit in that band. So we go back a little bit.
I met Nick at a Cannibal Corpse show in 2012, and we just kind of ended up standing next to each other and talking to each other the whole show, and then just kind of went our separate ways because we were like 15. And then my old band at the time was playing a show, and he was there, and we were like, oh, I was surprised. Like, you ever like see someone that you met years ago and you're like, oh, I know that person, but I don't want to say hi because I might look creepy for remembering this person from 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But he came out to me and was like, hey, you were at that Cannibal Corpse show fucking in 2012. And we talked then. And then at Brookdale, we had a class together, and yeah, just kind of general Facebook social media interaction for me.
Oh shit. That's fucking trip, man.
Like, and we kind of formed around the same time too.
Yeah. I fucking love Blemish too, by the way. I just want to say that their side of the split is so fucking good.
Yeah, dude, their side is gnarly as fuck.
Yeah, I was just listening to that too earlier, and I was just like, fuck, man. Like, it's a trip, you know, going from one side to the other. Like, how do you guys figure out who gets side A and who gets side B?
We kind of didn't. I just kind of sent out the press kit in alphabetical order.
Yeah.
You know, like it, like either like I don't know. I don't even think it's on Frozen Scream's Bandcamp. I think because on all of the releases, it's on all of our sites. It's split with Blemish, and it's our side, and all of Blemish's stuff is split with Bestial Tongues and all of their sides. So when we get to 7-inch, I don't think it'll matter because the order could be whatever you want it to be because you know the two sides.
Yeah. Okay, so that makes sense. Fucking. I fuck with that. You know, it would be hard if you did like, I don't know. I hate suggesting shit, but I'm like, what if fucking like, you guys both did 2 different split releases, one that's like green, and then one is like fucking, like a different color.
That'd be cool.
That'd be pretty cool. Like,
that'd be dope.
Trust for green.
Red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned that. That would be fucking Christmas EP.
Yeah.
Are you guys?
We'll release it next December.
That would be pretty cool though. Like I like thematics. Have you ever heard of a band called Maudlin of the Well?
Mm-mm.
They're a sick avant-garde band.
Yeah, you'd be into them. You'd be
really
into them with all your new avant-garde shit.
But they have their first 3 albums is like a black strip with like the logo and the band name, and then the artwork, and it's like a purple one, a yellow one, and a red one. And just like I like thematic shit like that, where it's just like, you know, you have your, I don't know, I think that's cool to have related album covers like that, you know.
The yellow one's the best one. Is that Bath?
Yeah, that's Bath.
That's
Bath by Maudlin of the Well, and they have another band, KO. Check them out too.
Yeah.
Here, let me write this down right quick. I want to get these.
Especially if you're into like the avant-garde jazz shit right now.
Yeah, they do cool shit where like they're playing like death metal and stuff, and then all of a sudden you'll just hear like a really out of key flute just kind of running.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is so weird but awesome.
Yeah.
Lots of cool synths and stuff. They're just a really badass band.
That shit's crazy. You guys ever think you're gonna start it like as far as pushing the bar, like doing different, like I don't know, throwing like a motherfucker with a saxophone come in the motherfucker one time,
I've
do
already
some
talked
shit.
about that.
Yeah, we would.
There's what the fuck is the instrument called? There's a theremin on the Consecrated.
Oh yeah,
in,
yeah, yeah.
uh,
The
in
theremin.
Smoldering Cauldron. You know all those like.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
That was me with the theremin into an HM2 into my interface,
Yo,
clipping.
wait, you did the theremin into the HM2, bro.
Hell yeah,
I'm
dude.
dead. I just got that the HM2 Waza. I fucking love it, man.
Is it cool?
It's all right. I there's you know Lone Wolf Effects. Have you
Yeah.
seen him? Yeah. So he just did his own like spin on the HM2. It's like the V3 or something, and
Okay.
I got the HM2 Waza, and then I heard his, and I was like, "Fuck! I wish I bought the because I can't just keep buying all these pedals." I was like,
Yeah.
"Fuck! I wish I got the V3 kinda." But it's a HM2, man. They're all fucking fun. Like
I
some
got
people got the left hand. What do you got?
yeah, that's what Theo's got. Theo's jealous of me. I got the OG like 1988 Boss HM2.
Damn.
Which is really the source of all of my pedal board problems because the thing is like held together, like the light doesn't work on it, like it's very much in need of service, and sometimes if I hit it too hard, I just hit the entire show.
How
But
long
like
ago?
it sounds fucking sick.
How long ago
That's
did
like
you
the
buy it?
OG. It was my uncle's. We were cleaning out the attic, and he's like, "Hey, you want this pedal?" And I was like 13, and I was like, "Dude, this sucks." And then like I started listening to like Entombed and Dismember and all that shit, and I was like, "Wait, that's this piece of shit."
Yeah.
And then I started getting into that shit, and it just kind of all clicked. And then I joined Kong, and they were all into nails, and they're like, "Bro, you got an HM2, bro?" And I was like, "Yeah, should I use it?" It's like, "Dude, always." And then when I was playing their shows with Weeping, it was just HM2 on the entire show.
That's fucking sick, man. I know, like that. I love that sound. Like, do you crank yours to 10 just on everything, or how do you?
Yeah, I have my because like it's the OG one, so it's not like modded at all or anything. So
Yeah.
that's like how you got the tone.
See, mine like doesn't. That's the thing I don't like about the Waza. It doesn't fucking when you crank it all to 10, it doesn't sound like it's supposed to. Like this sound everybody else is getting. You actually got to fuck with it a little bit, and then it has like this other like it has this like max setting, or I don't know what the fuck. It's like a special setting. There's a tiny little switch like on the front of it, and you switch it over, and it like
it's like a modern setting or something.
yeah, it makes it sound just like. I thought it was gonna make it sound like a little bit cleaner, and I guess you can like put a clean. I haven't played clean through it because I use it combined with the overdrive. I use a OD808 like with it, so it sounds really kind of weird. I don't know, my tone's shit, man. Fucking, I don't. I'm the guy that just sits there fucking with knobs more than the actual guitar, so that's like how it goes.
I don't use it all the time. I use it like sparingly in Bestial because my whole mentality, like I said, we come from like that prog technical background, so like I actually like care like bro, you gotta make sure you gotta get that pick attack in there. It's got clean, but like there's some part like when we're playing live, that part in a droning hum where like it slows down and Pigeon's doing like that maggot stomp part before the fast grindy part. I'm like, that part has to have the HM2. The beginning of Transmogrified has to have HM2. The ending of the Consecrated has to have HM2. So like as we're like going through the sets, I'm like, where could I put this? And like Death Procession, I have some, just like trying to figure it out without being like overboard on it, just for like impact and effect.
So as far as like your guitars go, what are you playing on this shit? Like,
I use an Ibanez Premium.
Okay.
It's sick. It's a 7-string. We're in B standard. So just like a standard 7-string tuning. It's got DiMarzio PAFs in it, and they're so fucking good that they're like not good for the tone for this project. like I keep trying to get like a gnarly tone, but it's just like the mids are so tight and everything's so, and like the pick attack is all there. I'm like, fuck it, I guess this is how we're sounding. Amp wise, both of my amps are kind of being fucky on me, but for Deconsecrated, we reamped that on the Deconsecrated. The guitar tone was I was with Jack, and we were doing reamps, and we made like a Mesa triple rec mixed with the old Marshall like 800. That's the guitar tone on that. And then the guitar tone on the split is the Fortin Nameless plugin. If you know it by Neural DSP, that's like a really cool, just like modded, like that's literally like a turn it on and your fucking guitar sounds sick kind of plugin. And I bootleg, I got the demo version the day before I recorded guitars. Recorded guitars, edited everything, and then just committed it because I didn't feel like buying the plugin. But I might buy it now because it was sick. But we were going to do reamps with Craig because Craig has a bunch of really cool old vintage amps and stuff. And we did one song, and the guitar, dude, I'll send it to you. We blended a really tight JCM 800 tone with an HM2 through a JCM 900.
Yeah.
And it sounded fucking massive. And we got halfway through reamping Transmogrified, and his power went out. And Craig, from us, Craig lives really far away. He lives like an hour and a half from us.
Yeah, pretty much.
And usually, like, I work on production with him too. So, like, most of the time, whenever I go up there, it's like because we're working on someone else's music and stuff. And by the time we're done, it's just like I don't feel like I got to drive an hour and a half home and stuff. And so, like, we just kind of never got back around to it. But next release, we're definitely going to try and fuck around with that again.
Do that.
Damn. So,
but I'm happy with the way that this split sounds, though. I was pretty happy with the way it all came out.
Massive compared to.
Yeah, the Consecrated sounded a little thin.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah, it's it's a trip. It's like you listen to like Weeping's, demo, and then Weeping on the EP. Like, you hear that same kind of like transition. It's like you guys get tighter and tighter and tighter each time to like, do you feel like you're getting close to like your vision, like with what you're playing? Like when you're writing these songs, is everything that you really want to coming out yet, or do you feel like you're still getting there?
I want to find a way to incorporate more melodic stuff without being corny.
Yeah,
that's really where I'm going for, because like you look at bands like we're basically kind of like ripping off Full of Hell, honestly. Like that's like what we're going for. And I think the one thing that we haven't really gotten down yet is that Full of Hell does those really good like melodic trem picking parts. And in a demo that I sent the guys and that we actually just rewrote at practice today, I had one of those like melodic trem picking kind of riffs. And we all kind of agreed that it just kind of doesn't work for the song. So like we rewrote the song and I think it's a lot better now, but I still want like those kind of melodic riffs that fit the sound and don't like it's so close for it to sounding corny that like I don't want to cross the line. Yeah.
Cause like it's also nice to get more like the groovy stuff and the more melodic stuff in between there. Cause I think it's important to break up like the blast beats and the really dense riffs and stuff with that kind of stuff, because it can kind of like can make your head spin a little too much,
Yeah
There's one band I heard, you ever heard of Syphilic?
Sounds familiar.
Syphilic. Maybe if you spelled it.
It's like
I don't know.
This guy that has just the most gnarly album covers, and he plays, I don't even know what he says. This is not, it's like the opposite of slam is like what he's making, because it's so much. And I would listen to his projects, and it's crazy technical, it's crazy fast, and there's a lot going on, but it's like, he deviates from those like, and I'm not talking shit on you, man. Your shit's hella, I fuck with it too, but it's a trip. Like, so you guys like incorporating like those like, groovy parts in between. And I think like when you're doing live shows too, like the fans really appreciate that, because like you've been to slam shows, like that fucking people lose their shit at shit like that. They like groovy shit. Michael Marshall from Barbaric Brutality said he was doing a show in Sacramento. He said they put up flyers fucking everywhere. And he said like they had such a mixed crowd. They had like people that are into hip hop, people into this, people into that. But when the slam started playing, like everybody was like unanimously like, okay, I could fuck with this. I can wrap my head around it. And I think that's cool, like that you guys do that, because you'll be able to draw more people in when they hear the shit. It's like maybe they don't necessarily like this portion, but then bam, oh, wait, what the fuck is that? And then they start liking everything else too.
Like we've even talked about having Pigeon doing clean vocals at some points in the music too. Like we were like, I hate music that has rules. I think that's why we're such like progressive metal nerds, because like that's like a genre that has no rules, where I feel like a lot of death metal and grind and just that kind of metal thing, there's a lot of rules, you know, and stuff. And I'm just like in a constant state of like, yeah, but this part's gonna fucking be awesome, but also like, yeah, but it would be really cool if like we did this weird thing here and like kind of throw it off and be cool. Like I don't know, like I like bands that do that stuff, that like really follow no template other than whatever the fuck they want to do.
You gotta
And I
break
kind of
it.
want to start that with this.
Yeah, breaking the rules. Fucking Theo does that. Fucking,
Yeah.
he told me that. What did he say? He said I wanted this. He said he wanted Weeping to be the antithesis of like antithesis. I don't even know that fucking word. It's like a
Antithesis.
It's antithesis. Yeah, he said he wanted it to be that of like everything that, you know, he listens to, or not that he listens to, but everything like around him. And then like fucking Warflurch, like you've heard their album Psychedelic Realms of Hell. Like, bro, that I like was telling Mike, I'm like, you made your own sound with this shit.
Yeah,
And
man.
that's like what every band strives to do. Like, and you guys are fucking on that path, man. Like, you already stick out, you know, with your sound, but fucking, I can't wait to get a full length. When's that coming?
No. Well, we're writing that. Like, I have 3 songs now. That if we like I'll demo out what we wrote tonight, and if we like them, like that's just kind of it. Like we're just kind of going with the flow. Like I got 2 songs that all of us were pretty much like, yo, those are fucking sick. And then we had that one that I said that had those like melodic parts that just kind of didn't work. So we reworked that. So we're just kind of writing tunes, man. I think the plan right now is just write as much shit as we can and just see what opportunities may or may not arise, and just kind of do what we feel right. Like if we write 50 songs, but we only like 4 of them, we'll do another EP, because like there's no rules for where we are right now. Just like, fuck it, let's just record these 4 songs and do it. But at the same time, you know, like a full length would be cool and kind of like a logical next step. But I don't know. We're not really like thinking too much on what the next release is. We have like plans for like artwork and the actual like release of it. But in terms of what it is, we haven't really talked about it yet.
I'm figuring that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it
Concept album.
for shit. That'd be hard, dude, if it comes
Dude,
out.
All our shits are concept albums, man.
I feel like you can go anywhere too from a split. Like I see a lot of bands drop, they'll do like fucking 2 or 3, you know, splits back to back, and then comes a, you know, larger project or, you know, something like that. But yeah, you know, that's pretty funny that you say that everything you do is a concept. Like this went together very well for a split. I've heard some splits where it's like, okay, you get side A, you get side B, and it's just a mixed bag of, it's 2 different bands doing totally different shit, but you guys blend very well with, you know, what Blemish did as well.
I like it because we didn't hear either of each other's sides until like it was done. But I like, just because the way that we are and the way that Blemish is, it's like 2 different takes on the same genre, really. Like where we're like more technical and kind of probably a little bit faster at times, and more like, I don't want to say precise, but you know, like fucking like on cutting it, like on the
Just
razor's edge.
Notey riffs.
Yeah, like just like very in your face. Blemish is just like fucking disgusting. Like disgusting grindcore death metal. Like, so it's like 2 different takes on the same thing. So I think that's kind of a cool ebb and flow and side A, side B kind of thing. If you're like, what does death grind, whatever fucking genre we are, what does that sound like? He's like, well, you have this and this.
Yeah,
Blemish is catchy too. That fucking the PCP on my
Yeah,
deathbed.
yeah.
That shit sticks in my fucking head, bro. I was like,
Dude,
fuck.
I knew that song. That song's been stuck in my head since we saw them at Chamber at a show. And I was like, you did miss that set.
Yeah.
They played that song, and like I left that set being like, PCP on my deathbed. Like Kenny broke the stairs and everything.
Of course.
That was a killer show. That was the first Weeping show too.
So Pigeon's fucking growls, and like I like his I like the way he can do high screams and then he can do like lower like growls, and he transitions back and forth, and he has a fucking great voice for it, man. Like it's not like, you know, he's switching it up, and I like, where the lyrics at. I want to know what he's saying on this one.
But with his vocals, that was like a really, you weren't at that session because I don't even think you met Pigeon at that point. But we were in Theo's bedroom, and we were just like, bro, let's just track vocals, man. Fuck it. And Pigeon just comes out with these high shrieks. I'm like, oh fuck. Because like I know Pigeon from a deathcore, well, he played guitar in a deathcore band, and he did vocals in Calm, which is a hardcore band. So he doesn't, it's like, you know, that mid-range kind of thing. And he just came out with his highs. I was like, bro, we're a fucking black metal band.
Yeah, he consecrated the song. Those highs are insane.
I was talking, I know I was talking about with Mark, but I don't know if I was talking about with you when we were releasing Deconsecrated. I was like, the sickest thing about this whole process of the way we're doing this band is we don't really know how the songs are and how they sound until we're done recording them.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a sick process, you know, like the way, like we had this album laid out in a much different track list until we heard the vocals and we're like, okay, so it's got to be like this now because the vocals are badass.
Yeah.
And like, it's just, it kind of all comes together, and like Pigeon will be like, no, I don't want to do vocals over there. So it's like, okay, I got to do a guitar solo because we can't just have this empty spot. Like, that's why there's guitar solos in Transmogrified. Like, Pigeon just didn't feel like doing vocals on that part.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's very much an off the cuff kind of thing. But when he came in with those vocals, man, we were like a mix of like black metal, Dylan Walker from Full of Hell, and Trevor from Black Dahlia. I was like, that's fucking insane, bro. Like, where did that come from? All the lyrics are about Castlevania
and Evangelion.
Yeah. We're about vampires and anime and shit.
Come on, man. You guys got to post them on the Bandcamp. I gotta fucking dissect those. I wanted to dissect them with you, but I didn't have them. I like doing that type of shit. That shit is so sick. Castlevania.
Have you watched the Castlevania show?
I haven't seen the fucking series yet. Is it done? Is it officially done?
Yeah, it got canceled, I think.
Oh, that's whack. I gotta fucking.
But it's 3 seasons. But most of our stuff is all based on the first episode, which is like Dracula's wife being killed and Dracula murdering everyone.
Yeah.
So like the song "Shards of You" is about his wife being burned at the stake. Like, what's the lyrics of that song? Thrashing amongst the flames and shit like that. The song "Deconsecrated," I think Pigeon heard them say the word "deconsecrated" in Castlevania and looked it up and thought it was a cool word. That's about like the love between Dracula and his wife, you know, with my last dying words, she begged to keep you alive and shit. Yeah, dude, it's all Castlevania shit. Transmogrified is about the night demons, how like they were like turned into demons to go kill everyone. Like it's pretty funny and kind of cool.
That's fucking hard. Damn, dude, seriously, I fucking love me some Castlevania. Like, you play the games too? You just fuck with the show?
My girlfriend's really into Castlevania, so I was watching her play the games when the thing came out because she got the games and everything. They're cool as hell, man. I like the music in them and everything. It's cool. Do you play?
I know the music. It's pretty iconic. The NES game is pretty iconic for its music and difficulty.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that game's fucking raw. The second one's a pain in the ass though. It's got like a bunch of like obscure ass bullshit you have to do to like progress. Like fucking go like sit here in the corner in this little area with this item and like crouch for like fucking a minute so a secret wall will fucking open up. Like,
oh god,
fuck. And it's on Nintendo, you know. It's like the fucking like the Ninja Turtle game. But don't get me started on games because this also a gaming channel too. So we'll go all night. Hey, how much time you guys got? We've been going for like an hour. I don't want to keep you.
Dude. It is 10:33.
I'm good for like another hour.
Yeah, I don't got work.
Yeah.
All right, fuck yeah. So yeah, man, fucking, that's crazy. So you're influenced by, you know, other forms of media. Like what do you guys consume? Like what kind of media do you really fuck with when you're not jamming or making music?
I'm a big movie nerd. Not saying that I know anything technical about film or anything, but I just really like, I love horror movies and stuff. Like my contributing lyrics to one of our new songs is based on a show I'm watching with my girlfriend now on Netflix called Midnight Mass, which is about vampires. So I figured, fuck it, let's write more songs about vampires.
Fire band.
Yeah, but like I like horror movies of all kind. You know, like I like the old shit. I like the new like artsy fartsy A24 kind of movies and shit. So I like movies. I like music and movies. Really, video games. It depends. If I don't like playing games that are like involved like Castlevania. Like for me, playing video games is like I'm bored and have a half hour. Let me play Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Like at my job, I work for a Live Nation. I'm like a production runner, and there's times where like I'm just sitting in a van for 3 hours and I'll just play Mario Kart for 3 hours.
Nice.
Yeah. Killing time.
Yeah. How about you, Mr. Conrad?
I watch some anime. I've been watching Evangelion recently. I've been doing a playthrough of Mario 64. I fucking love that game to death.
I play that.
Yeah, some video games. I mean, like Minecraft, Grand Theft Auto. You know, nothing too obscure. I just got Final Fantasy VII, the original, for the first time, so I started playing that last night. And like that game is that like, even with like the dated graphics and stuff, like I think it looks so cool, and just like the aesthetic of it, like it's a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to playing more of it.
Yeah,
but
it's
yeah,
a great story, man. You're gonna love it. Like as the character development happens, you're gonna get attached to people, and then crazy shit happens, and you're like, oh, that's a great game. Yeah, I fuck with some animes, dude. I want to see that Chainsaw Man shit when they make it. Have you guys heard about that Chainsaw Man?
I don't think.
I'm not an anime person.
No, I don't think so.
So
the only time I watch anime is at Theo's house.
Oh yeah, he's really into anime. He was telling me about Devilman Crybaby. Like that was a show he was talking about. I want to watch that shit. I still haven't gotten around to it.
That's surprising. I wouldn't have expected that.
Bro,
That's
when
cool.
I joined Kong and started like hanging out with hardcore kids, it's so surprising how much hardcore kids are into anime. Like Kong has an anime t-shirt.
No shit.
I think it's Karama. Is Karama a person?
I don't know who that is.
Okay.
Yeah, nah. I'm not like hella into anime. I watch like Dragon Ball Z and shit like that. Like, and
yeah, there's like
Classics.
Pokemon count.
Yeah, that's anime.
Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh. I grew up with that shit. Does Gargoyles count? I don't think
Gargoyles was sick.
Gargoyles,
show.
it's hard.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, Gargoyles.
Does that count?
They had like a Sega game that was dope as fuck.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a side scroller, but like they put so much detail into it. Fucking that concept for that show. Have you guys like rewatched Gargoyles? I think they put it on like Disney Plus when like that shit launched. The whole series.
I think my brother has like a box set for it, maybe.
That's sick.
I haven't seen it since I was a kid.
No shit. Yeah, they fucking like the concept of it was like I rewatched it and I was like some rich asshole just like bought a bunch of gargoyles and to protect his fucking like building and shit. It's like what the fuck? Like like and they're gargoyles, like they're all stone and then like there's shit attacking him. Yeah.
Where can I get those?
Walmart.
Yeah, like fuck. I wish I had some gargoyles and shit. How was your guys' Halloween? Like fucking I know you had the drop on Halloween and then fucking what'd you guys do? You fucking partied and listened to it? I used to do that whenever I'd release something.
Nah, we were all kind of doing our own thing.
Yeah, Pigeon was being a dad. I don't even know what Jack did. Jack probably had practice or something with his other bands.
Nerd.
I just hung out with my girlfriend and we drank and watched movies and we got dressed up like Frankenstein, or at least she did our makeup like Frankenstein. And we went. There's a town. Do you know where Bordentown is?
Yeah.
They go hard as fuck on Halloween. This one street on Bordentown, like the entire neighborhood gets decorated. And she went there a few years ago, and they just never did it again. So we figured, fuck it. There's nothing else to do. Let's just go there and check it out. And some of the houses that did participate were fucking sick.
Yeah.
Like they were really cool. But it was the kind of thing that like you couldn't really make a night of it. You know, it was just kind of a thing that was cool to go check out. And then we just got food and alcohol and watched Halloween.
Yeah. I saw that Land movie, that A24 Land movie.
Oh, dude. Was it good?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I think it might have been a little over my head because it was kind of like it was
I
like
don't believe them.
artsy in ways, and I
like
think
artsy.
there was lots of beautiful scenery, and there was lots of interesting, like they came up with a lot of interesting plot devices, but they didn't do anything with them. Like it doesn't really go anywhere. But like I still think it's worth watching, you know, for the scenery, and there's some fun scenes, you know. But
I'll see it. As
I
an
was
A24 fanboy, I'll see it.
Did you like that fucking one movie? Fuck, what was it called? The one where they're at the fucking thing and they all dress up and the fucking guy, they fuck the guy. What was that movie called? Fucking, I can't think of it right now,
Oh,
man.
Midsummer?
Yes. I don't know
I
why I
didn't see
couldn't
that.
even think of it.
Midsummer it's grown on me, but I had this experience. I went with my buddy Josh and Mike, the original drummer from Weeping.
like
We went there the midnight release because we fucking loved Hereditary,
Yeah.
and it's the same director. And we kind of left the movie theater with the same, just like, that wasn't that good, right? Like, but then I was like, I'm gonna rewatch it because it's one of those movies that, like, I'm sure the more I watch it, the more I like it, and I'll say I like it now. I don't think it's fantastic, but I think it's good. It has some problem things in my opinion, but I think it's a good movie.
I didn't like how they promoted it. They said like we're gonna make a horror movie that's all in the daytime, or like it's like I was like, oh hell yeah, and then I see it and it's like not what I was expecting. Like The Witch was like fucked up. I like watched that movie and was like, I saw it during daytime and walked out feeling weird. Like when in Hereditary. I woke up and I smoked like half a joint. It was like 5 a.m. Like you know when you wake up and you can't go back to sleep sometimes. Like I woke up and I smoked like half a joint. And I was like, maybe. And I was all like kind of cozy. Like maybe I'll go back to sleep. I'll turn the TV on. I was like, oh, Hereditary, an A24 film, and I turned it on. That is the worst time. The worst time to watch a fucked up horror movie is 5 a.m. when you just woke up and you're half awake and you're a little stoned. It'll fuck you up. As the scene when the daughter started having the fucking the reaction to the peanuts, and she sticks her head out of the window, I knew what was gonna happen, and I turned it off, and I like looked over at my wife. She was asleep, and I was like, I'm going to sleep now. I gotta I can't watch this. This is too much. My heart started pumping and shit, and that's when I knew.
Yeah, let me turn my car back on.
Oh, my phone just said it was gonna have low battery, so I'm charging it.
Oh, for sure. But yeah, man, but the thing is, that's cool. It was cool having that experience too, though, because it like, I think that horror movies are best enjoyed when you're kind of like vulnerable, because then they really affect you. You know what I mean? Like, you get that strange feeling, like fucking Gremlins when I was a kid scared the shit out of me. That film. You know what was unsettling about it was like, and I don't even think it was made to be like a horror movie, but as a kid, the scene where like you see the mother, get attacked by the gremlins and the knife in that scene, it's just something about that fucks me up. It's like the way the color is, like it's so bright, and like you see a mom and you're a kid, you see a mom and you're like, oh, that's like, it's like a soothing kind of thing, like a comfort you're seeing, and then this fucking little monster is like fucking her up, like oh god, and then she's in the tree. Like that's the last thing I wanted to see, was like a parent getting fucked up in a movie. It like, I don't know, man, psychologically fucked me up, that film. And my dad used to love putting it on that part, like, because he knew it scared the shit out. Hey Dave, hey, I'm watching this movie, man, come check it out. Fucking, what is it, Dad? Fucking, like, god,
dude, I saw Hereditary in the movie theater, and that was one of the most like weird experiences in a movie theater ever, because like the same scene you're talking about, when she hits her head and it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
I like froze in my seat, just because like based on the trailers and everything, nothing led you to expect anything in that movie. So like I end up sitting in my seat just like, and then like 15 minutes later it's like, bro, I haven't moved in like 15 minutes. Like I gotta like, wait, let me like reset myself, and okay. And then like another scene in the movie happened, and I was just like,
I gotta see this movie.
Oh yeah, that's why I didn't say I didn't know if you saw it or not, dude. It's a
No.
fucking. I would say it's the best modern horror movie.
I'm sold.
It's really fucking good,
I'll go
man.
watch it tomorrow.
It's a good one.
It's terrifying.
Big recommend.
You recommended me fucking Anatomy of Jane Doe.
Oh, the Autopsy of Jane Doe.
Autopsy.
Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
That movie's fucking awesome, dude.
It's really good.
In my friend groups, I'm the guy that's like, yeah, dude, check out this fucking awesome horror movie that's like on like Hulu or some shit.
That's literally how it went. I was like, could you recommend some movies? And you sent me like a list of like 50 movies.
Yeah, I know. I have a letterbox list for Theo because Theo's not into horror movies, and I was just like, what horror movies would Theo dig?
That's cool. Fuck, man. I love that shit.
Like you were saying with your dad, my dad was the same way. I was in my house. I was the only room that had a DVD player. So I was like 7, and my dad would come in my room and was like, we're gonna watch The Thing. And I'm like, ah! All right, we're gonna watch The Omen tonight. What?
Album cover.
No, the one that stuck I still talk to him about was me being 7 years old watching Apocalypse Now with my dad. That's like, do you know Apocalypse Now?
No.
It's like a 3-hour dark Martin Sheen Vietnam movie.
Oh my god.
And it's like just some of the stuff he says in that movie are so fucked up. Like, we saw them in half with a machine gun and gave them a Band-Aid. And like Marlon Brando's like his monologue's like, I watched the caterpillar crawl off of a leaf and kill itself. I was envious that day. And I'm just sitting there like 7 years old, like
it sticks with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. My fucking older brother showed me Happy Tree Friends when
I
I was
know
like
that.
6
Oh,
years old.
That's a cartoon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the
cute
bears
animals,
and shit. Yeah. I remember
Very
that.
cute. Yeah, show your kids.
You remember the moose one where he
With
has
the
to cut his
tree?
own leg off? Yeah.
Oh my god. See, that one's funny enough, you know. I think the one my brother showed me was like the Christmas pageant or something where like they have like the entrance is built and it's like all nails sticking out of it, and like they're dancing and it fucking falls over and they're like running around and they catch on fire and like the moose one is at least like cleverly written.
Yeah, those just everyone dies.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that shit was crazy. We used to watch that. I got in trouble watching Happy Tree Friends. I was like, I think I was like 12. I was in fucking I was in like 7th grade, and yeah, I was on modified work because I was a little fuckhead, and like I would always just like, you know, I didn't do shit, and the teacher was like, hey, how about this? You know how to make a PowerPoint? I was like, yeah, I can make a PowerPoint. Make a PowerPoint for every chapter, you know, and you get to be on the computer all fucking day. So it's like, hell yeah, I get to be on the computer all fucking day. I never made that PowerPoint, but I fucking was on the internet all day. And yeah, I used to watch a lot of that shit. I think I lost my fucking my fucking privileges on the computer because of that.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Dude, a lot of my death metal discovery came in my high school, my freshman year Photoshop class, because my librarian in high school was, I think I told you, he was my gateway to metal, like death metal, because I grew up with my dad who was into like Slayer and shit, and my librarian was like the nerdiest looking. He looked like the guy from American Pie, Jason Biggs.
Yeah.
But like with glasses and wore sweater vests all the time. And I was just joking around. Like, I think I was going to go see Slayer that night with my dad or something. I was like, hey, Mr. Gross, you going to go see Slayer tonight? And he said something to the effect of, I don't listen to that pussy shit. And then was like, you should listen to Pierce from Within by Suffocation. And like, I was like, okay. And then after the library, I would go to that Photoshop class, which he would let us listen to music. So I would be like, Mr. Gross, give me like 5 albums to listen to in this class. And he would be like, None So Vile by Cryptopsy, Death Human, Pierce from Within, Left Hand Path, Asphyx was another band he showed me, just like all these fucking bands. And I was like, dude, this is so fucking weird. And then I'd start going to shows and see him there. Like I saw Suffocation at Champs.
Yeah.
You know Champs, it's a bar. Yeah. And I walk in, and Mr. Gross is standing there in his sweater vest. I'm like, this is fucking weird. The Carcass too was another one.
Holy shit!
I wish to be like that man one day.
Gotta get your sweater vests.
I do. I have to become a librarian.
Fucking what's his name? Well, I don't even know his name, but dude from Blood Incantation. I guess the fucking what's it called? One of the guitarists from Blood Incantation is like a math teacher. He's like a high school math teacher.
Damn. That makes sense. That's probably why they don't have any social medias. You know, like you ever notice that? Like they don't have any form of social media. So like that's probably why. Just because they're like we have jobs and shit.
Yeah.
No.
I know. I tried to reach out to them, and there's like no way. And I don't fuck with people that. Well, it's not that I don't fuck with people that have what's it called? What's that word? PR. I don't fuck with PR. Basically, that's my biggest thing. It's like if I'm reaching out to somebody, I'm reaching out to them as a person, and not necessarily as like a as a thing. Like it's like, look, I'm not gonna go through a list of things I can't talk about, and shit like that.
Yeah,
so
true.
It'll keep me from interviewing bands that are hella big, but I don't think there's a point in interviewing bands that are already at their apex or not their apex, but bands that are fucking hella out there, because everybody already asked them everything, man.
Yeah, like what are you gonna ask Cannibal Corpse? What was it like hanging out with Jim Carrey? Like there's literally like movies about that question. There's literally documentaries of Cannibal Corpse hanging out with Jim Carrey. We saw it.
Fucking
but yeah, I mean, like I deal with the PR people, like because I do like the music review, so I always go through the PR people. And I've never had an issue with like negative reviews and stuff, even though, but I know, do you ever hear the channel, The Metal Meltdown?
No.
Yeah.
You know him?
Yeah.
Probably from me talking about him. He reviewed the new Ice Nine Kills album. And he basically did like a 10-minute video of like, this fucking sucks. And the PR company shut him down because he got an early release of it.
Yeah.
And he followed all the rules for like the embargo of like, don't post it until this day. And he posted it that day, and like the rumor is that Ice Nine Kills saw it and freaked the fuck out on their PR company and everything, and just like dude, like take the punt. Like who the fuck cares? Like Ice Nine Kills has fans. They're not gonna. I've never, even though I do music reviews, I've never watched a review and been like, oh, this guy doesn't like it, I'm not gonna listen to it.
Yeah.
Like that's like the worst kind of attitude you could ever have. Or like if you like something and then watch a review and someone be like, yeah, I didn't like it, and then you find yourself trying to find excuses to not like it, like that's corny.
Yeah, it's funny though, because like with music, I'm not influenced really too much by reviews, like negative reviews. Like I'm not swayed by them, but with movies,
exactly.
I am.
No,
because like it's like fuck, like they'll find like a major like plot hole or something that like fucks the movie up for me, and I'm like, fuck. Like dude, I liked Star Wars Episode 1 until I heard this one dude like really talk about why it was a piece of shit. And then I was like, can never watch it again. I was like, what the fuck? Like, oh my God. Because I saw it as like a little kid, like, oh yeah, it's cool. And then someone else was like, that movie makes no fucking sense. Why the fuck is Anakin racing fucking pod racers? Fucking the stories about a fucking trade embargo. Like, what the fuck? A trade embargo? Like fucking, what's his name? George Lucas said he wanted to make it for the kids. It's like, no, kids don't give a fuck about a trade embargo. They don't even know what that is. Like, and I was
my biggest
Hasbro trade embargo.
I'll never forget Craig after The Last Jedi. I'm a Last Jedi stan. I like that movie. Craig saw the movie, the guy that mastered our record, and he goes, yeah, dude, that movie sucked. And I was like, I don't know, dude, I dug it. And he said, they were dropping bombs in space. There's no gravity in space. How are they dropping bombs? And I just kind of looked at him. I was like, it's fucking Star Wars. What do you mean? They're shooting lasers at each other. There's robots walking around.
Draw the line somewhere.
And then it went so far that I went on the internet, and because it's Star Wars, so there's definitely a name for those bombs that they're dropping. The bombs are rocket propelled. They have rockets on them.
Yeah.
Debunked. Sorry, Kirk.
Sorry, Craig. I love you, but I'm never getting over that.
It's I mean the new ones were a lot better than the original than the old ones. I mean, not the, you know what I mean? No, when
The
I mean,
prequel.
yes, yeah. Fucking, it's hard to like talk. I need some like coffee. So fucking yeah, dude. The prequels were like, I don't know, 3. Everybody loves 3. I was like 3. I wasn't too much of a fan of that. You know, the original 3 of the shit. But what upset me was how when they did the final 3 or whatever, fucking when they did that first one, The Force Awakens, I teared up a little bit when it started because they said like, here's the first step to setting everything right or some shit like that.
No.
Like along those lines, and I was like, oh my god, they are. And fucking it was like perfect. I was like, this is so lit. Like this is like exactly everything I wanted if they brought it back, you know. And then I think the remaining 2 ended up in like a weird development situation because they were switching fucking directors and producers, and like there was a lot of changing of hands, like with the direction it was supposed to go. Apparently, initially it was planned to go a completely different direction, which would have made more sense story wise and wouldn't have fucking Luke sucking out fucking milk from a fucking weird ass bug.
Well,
like,
I think their whole thing was like they didn't have a direction, and that was really their biggest issue, you know? Like at least with the prequels, there was an arc there. Like as objectively shitty as those movies are, there was a beginning and an end that was laid out before they even made the first movie, you know? This one, they're like, let's just make a Star Wars movie, and then we'll make a second one, and then we'll make a third one. That'll be the last one. And then Disney paid too much attention to what the fans were saying, where like everyone said that The Force Awakens was too much like the originals. So then they got Rian Johnson, who made like a completely different kind of Star Wars movie. And then everyone said that was too different and breaking the rules or whatever fucking shit. And then so they kind of panicked, and they got J.J. Abrams to come back and make another kind of like fan service apology Star Wars movie.
Yeah. And that's what
which is why that is like my least favorite, because that just felt like such a forced movie. Like it was like everything was like a reveal from everyone turning around, and it was just so much fan service. It was just, that's the only one that I didn't buy the steelbook for.
Damn. And that says it right there. I mean, shit.
Yeah, dude.
You didn't got
I
that
have
steelbook.
2 copies of every Star Wars movie except for Rise of Skywalker. I just bought the normal Blu-ray.
Yeah, they could have done so many better things with the fucking story. But you know what though? Even though I did lose interest in the new the sequels, I love the Mandalorian, man. Like I felt like they fumbled it, and then they like got right back on the right path with Mandalorian. I got Baby Yoda fucking everywhere in my house. I got Baby Yoda right here. He's green screen, baby. He's see-through. That's the fucking blemish Baby Yoda. That's off the hook. Damn.
I loved The Mandalorian too, man. That show was like, that kind of came out of nowhere. And like, it's so fucking good that I don't even know what they're going to do now that they don't have Baby Yoda.
I know. It's
like,
all I want.
like, where do they go now?
Have another Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
Baby Jar Jar.
Yeah. Oh, fuck no. Fuck Baby Jar Jar.
Baby Jabba.
Baby Anakin.
Baby Anakin.
Baby Anakin.
God.
Baby Star Wars, bro. Just
fuck it.
Baby Star Wars.
Death Star.
It's just a fucking.
Or no, we're gonna get Baby Ray now.
Baby Ray. Sweet Baby Ray's fucking barbecue sauce.
Oh hell yeah.
Damn, dude. So fucking dude, this is so lit. I just got some fucking hot chocolate right up in here. That's so fire.
Hell yeah, bro.
Damn.
Maybe we go to Wawa and get hot chocolate on it.
Yeah, they
have a
definitely
date.
Like fucking.
So you guys were talking about that Wawa. Like, what is Wawa, dude?
It's a convenience store. That's about it.
So wait, hold on. I'm gonna stop you right there because it's not just a convenience store, all right? Wawa? No, it is just a convenience store, but they have like delis, and you can get like sandwiches and shit, and they're really good. And I think that's what makes Wawa stand out so much.
The best.
And they have really good coffee. Their coffee is so fucking good.
You know, like when you're driving home and it's like 3 a.m. and like whatever you eat at 3 a.m. is like the best food you've ever eaten. That's Wawa. Because Wawa's open 24 hours. And like, I remember driving home from a show with Mike, and we were driving from like Philly or something. It was like 2 a.m. We stopped, and I had the best mac and cheese of my life from Wawa. And like, if I eat it any other time of the day, I'm just like, yeah, this is macaroni and cheese. But like at 3 a.m, like there was nothing in the world that would have been better than that mac and cheese.
Yeah, they got good mac and cheese. They got good fucking like deli meat subs. Like you can get a turkey sub or whatever you want.
Yeah. It's the epitome of like that corny, like it's a Jersey thing, kind of thing.
Wait, do you guys have like Sheets?
Sheets?
Or like Sheets is like Wawa, but like for the Midwest. No. You get that when you get out into like Western PA.
Or like Krausers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got like, what do we got out here? We got In-N-Out Burger. That's like,
yeah.
That's the shit. And then, we got weed. Like hella good weed.
Yeah.
And then
Jersey's working on it.
Fuck, what else do we got? All right, we got some shit out here. I can't think of like the California only shit. I mean, beaches and shit, but you guys got beaches out there too, right?
We got shitty beaches.
Yeah. I mean, I like fucking Spring Lake beaches.
Spring I don't know where nice, Spring Lake is.
Like, it's just like that way.
Is it a lake beach or is it a like?
No, it's an actual beach. It's at the ocean. Yeah, that's just where I like grew up going to the beach, so I'm a little biased.
I like Asbury. Asbury has
nice.
A nice beach.
Asbury Park, great place to go see shows too.
Yeah, Asbury's a cool place. If you come to Jersey, come out to Jersey, dude.
Oh, dude, I'm out there, man. I need to get I was talking. I don't know. Like when next time Frozen Screams does some shit out there, I like need to fly my ass out. I need to get to Florida and I need to get to Jersey. Like those are the two.
Florida's places. Cool too. Yeah. Oh yeah, because you got all like the Warflorts and all them down there.
Exactly.
Body Box, all those guys.
I know. I'm gonna pull up. I just need a fucking couch, man.
I'm surprised John isn't like sponsoring the show that we're playing because that's Weeping, Blemish, and Bestial Tongue. So that's three Frozen Screams bands.
Frozen Scream show.
And Theo's show was 3 Frozen Scream bands too, right? Am I tripping? It was them, Curse. No, it was only 2 of them. It was them and Curse. But that was a cool show. I wish I could have gone to that. I was in Salem, so I couldn't go.
Oh yeah.
That was with World Eater. That was World Eater's first show. World Eater's a cool band. Shout out World Eater.
It's like a trip how much history is over on that side of the U.S. too. Like fucking, dude. That shit's got to be gnarly, bro. Like you just said, Salem was a place where they did a show at. Like fuck, I can't imagine like going to that place. I've only heard about it in history class. Like, what's that shit like being like in that part of the U.S.? Like, do you feel the weight?
I didn't play a show there. I just went there with my girlfriend, but it's cool because they got the cemetery there with all like the witches and shit, which is kind of a cool thing because like they have the historic. They built like a gate around the cemetery so that the evil spirits wouldn't escape the cemetery, and it's just kind of cool. They go all out. We went because it's Halloween spooky time. But they have like witches there, and like you can't escape like all of the psychic and vampire, all that cool stuff. Like it's pretty ingrained. I don't know if it's just because it's October, or if it's always like that. But they have like even the movies. Like you go on like a Hocus Pocus tour where they take you to all the sites from that movie and shit. So it's a cool spot. It was busy because October.
Yeah, I wonder if like hella like witches and shit, people that are hella into a cult, just like fucking do like vacation there and shit. Like, oh, where are you going? Oh, we're going there. Like, we're gonna fucking just do some like rituals and shit.
We are the granddaughters of the witches that survived.
That's where they go on holiday and shit.
Yeah. I like it because you have all the people dressed up in costumes. Like there was some really good like Michael Myers. There was I saw a guy who was dressed up like Tim Curry's Pennywise.
Yeah.
And I just kind of walked past him. I was like, oh, that's a good Pennywise mask. And I looked at him. It wasn't even a mask. Like, the dude just kind of looked like it. And he had the makeup and the nose and everything. I was like, that's dope. if I wasn't like waiting to go get food, I would try to take a picture with him.
I can't remember if Tim Curry's Pennywise, like, is his head like bloated? Okay.
Iconic, bro.
Yeah.
I met that guy.
He's so
that was
fucking
creepy.
great. Oh yeah, you did that, like HorrorCon or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
felt like I was standing next to a corpse.
Oh, for real?
He's like 87,000 years old.
He's like 87,000 years old, has had like 5 strokes, and we literally the picture's on my Instagram if you want to see it. Me and my girlfriend are like 3 feet away from him, and the photographer's like getting closer for the picture. And we're like, no, this is weird. I feel bad doing this.
Hold on, I'm trying to find it right now.
It was like 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah.
Oh shit.
And they had a thing. I brought my It DVD for him to sign, and they had a thing where it was like, yeah, drop off your stuff you want signed here, and we'll mail it to you. He ain't signing anything. No. That's an assistant in the back just scribbling his name on it, or a stamp.
Yeah, right. Probably fucking robot.
Oh my god, I can't find it. I'm trying to. So you said it was 2019?
It was like, if you scroll down, you'll see a picture of me and my girlfriend standing very awkwardly next to a man in a wheelchair.
Oh, okay.
I got my Monmouth University hoodie in it.
Monmouth U.
MU, bro.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Do you see how like uncomfortable we are?
You're like,
And he didn't move, but we saw he followed us with his eyes as we were walking in. It was so fucking weird, man.
That's really spooky.
It was creepy, man. It was a weird. It was like the kind of things like you felt bad. Like my girlfriend, we walked out of the thing and she goes, "I feel like I just took a picture with a corpse."
oh my god.
He's like imagining he has eye lasers or something.
Oh my god,
everybody.
Dude, that's fucking great. Yeah.
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry has eye lasers.
Probably, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he does. He does.
He fucking. What the fuck? I'm dead. He really is. He's sitting. Well, I mean, he's sitting, but his face is. I'm being mean. I can't be mean on the show.
Well, dude,
you know that's
crazy because some of my friends were going because that was all weekend.
Yeah.
And we went the first night of it, and one of my friends was there on like the Sunday of the weekend. And he's in the exact same position, but like slumped down. Like he didn't move. He was just like slowly just
going. He's deflating.
Yeah. I was like, this is weird, man. They gotta leave that guy alone.
Yeah.
Does he really need this money?
That's sick, man. Fucking, someone I always wanted to meet from movies is fucking Sid Haig, and it's too late now.
Yeah, but, man.
He
used to do those all the time too. Those monster conventions. It would be like him and Bill Moseley.
Yeah. Oh my god, Otis. That motherfucker is crazy, man. In the movies, I mean, like I love.
Yeah, dude.
You're a Rob Zombie fan of the films? Like I fucking his music. I'm kind of like so about it. I saw this video of this guy exposing Rob Zombie, and he like totally was like fuck Rob Zombie, like about like all the movies that he's done. Because I guess. After he made House of a Thousand Corpses, he was super adamant. Anytime someone asked him about a remake of movies, he would shit on them.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, why would someone remake a movie? He even said, like, you shouldn't remake Halloween. That's a fucking classic. And then that motherfucker went and remade Halloween. And it's like, what the fuck? How you do that?
No, he was always against remaking movies. But I guess someone offered him to, like, remake Halloween. And he said, the sequel shit on it enough. I guess I'll give it a shot. So that was his justification for that. I like Rob Zombie's music. I think his latest album was definitely his worst album, but like I'm a John 5 fan, so anything that John 5 is attached to, I just fucking love.
Yeah.
But his movies, I think, they vary from good to fucking awful.
Yeah.
But like I like his Halloween remake, the first one. I think it's serviceable. Lords of Salem is good. He doesn't know how to end his movies. And Lords of Salem, I think, is the biggest example of that. House of a Thousand Corpses, I love. Like, I think he's got some cool stuff.
Yeah. Lords of Salem ended like a fucking music video, didn't it? And just like got all psychedelic and weird.
Yeah, it just kind of ended. Like, we saw a bunch of pictures of like priests jerking off and like some trippy shit, and then it ended. But like the rest of the movie is sick.
Yeah,
Like his best, I would say.
House of a Thousand was my favorite. I think I just like it's one of those movies I can watch over and over again. Like I'm really like
Yeah.
fucking I don't know. It's just funny. It's hella quotable. You know, like
Yeah.
all the shit. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Like that shit's so funny. Fucking. You ever seen the Stoned Age? Oh, okay. All right. It's a wrap, bro. You the movie buff. You gotta watch.
It's a movie. The
It's
Stoned Age.
the greatest film probably ever made. It's so you like Dazed and Confused?
I've seen it a couple times. Yeah.
It's
I'd
like
say yeah.
it shits on Dazed and Confused. It came out the same year, and it didn't get as much promotion. It was made by like an indie team, like these guys fresh out of college, film school or whatever. Fresh out of film school, they hired Bradford Tatum and Michael Coppola, and it's about two dudes cruising around in this cool car called the Blue Torpedo, and they're trying to find chicks on a Friday night, and
Nice.
it's the funniest fucking comedy I've ever, bro. It's so quotable. You have to watch The Stoned Age. I think it's on Amazon Prime. Yeah,
It's on Amazon.
I'll watch that shit.
It's
Stoned Age.
so good, so good.
No.
It's I swear to God, like you're gonna be saying shit from this movie for the rest of your life. I got fucking these are talls, man. There's like one scene where like all these dudes are lined up at this chick's house because they're trying to get in, and she's like, "You think me and my friend are gonna screw you just because you got alcohol?" And the guy goes, "Yeah, these are talls, man." It's fucking hella funny.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out. It's on
That
Amazon.
sounds great. That sounds great.
I'll add it to my list.
That one's good, man. Fuck.
My ever-growing list of shit I have to watch.
I know, dude. I got a backlog. I got a backlog of games, backlog of shows. Fucking once everybody I know started watching anime, it's a wrap. It was a wrap.
Yeah, dude. And those shits are like a million seasons a show.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to any of them that are too long yet, but like some of them have like One Piece.
Like season
if
135.
you want to read that, you're fucked because they have like 1,000 chapters. It's like, I think the people who are still into that kind of shit are the people who have been into it.
That's why I just read comics, bro.
Yeah, that's fair. I just read a manga called Uzumaki.
Oh,
yeah,
I got it like
that
right
shit,
here.
Yeah, that was so good. Like you would probably like that. It's just like the Spiral Curse. You gotta look it up. It's hard to explain.
That's what everyone that watches anime says about every anime.
Yeah, they're actually working. I don't know what company or who is working on it, but I think they're coming out with an Uzumaki anime.
Yeah, next year on Adult Swim. It got pushed back a year because of COVID, but yeah, you spiral into madness. It looks fantastic, man.
Yeah, it's like one of the best looking animes I've ever
We'll get
seen.
Bird to watch it and he can write lyrics about it.
Yeah, that would be so sick.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's like Cthulhu, but
Hell yeah.
it's like cosmic horror, but it's all spirals. Like all it is, it's something he takes something so simple and makes it the most terrifying fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like
send it to me. Maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah, like this town just
Do you have it like physical? Or?
I don't have it physical. I mean, I read it online. I think my friend is gonna loan me.
Send me a link, bro.
I will. I'll do it fucking right now. So don't forget.
It is. Wow. Yeah, that
Read
shit.
Uzumaki.com.
Uzumaki.
You can read it and get 12 viruses in the process.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's how I watch all my porno.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
My computer ain't the only thing getting viruses tonight.
Wash your hands.
No. I don't care about no COVID. I ain't washing my hands after I piss.
I haven't washed my hands in 16 years.
Yeah, I'm a man's man.
Now you're a man.
Now you're a man.
I was dying. There was like a fucking meme of like this like buff ass looking dude. I just like saw it the other day. He's hella buff dude, and like hella like people are sharing it. Like you know, people that don't believe in COVID, and it says like, I grew up doing this and eating this and, you know, dropping shit on the dirt and not giving a fuck, and I'm not gonna be afraid of this little flu. And fucking someone commented, was like, people don't realize the guy in that picture is a fucking is a like gay porn star. So so they're going around and they're sharing this shit like hella, you know. I mean, and
That's
I'm
like
not shitting on conservative people. You know, that's whatever. I got friends that are conservative and shit too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
but it's like
irony, you know.
That's like the people with the Charles Manson Jesus pictures.
Yeah, dude, Charles
You ever see
Manson. Whew,
What?
that motherfucker's crazy, man.
He's dead now, right?
Yeah.
I thought he married recently.
He
Maybe
got
was,
well.
like,
No,
10
that
years
was a
ago.
hoax. That was
Oh,
she.
okay.
She married him because she wanted to sell his body when he died.
Fair.
Ooh.
It's a good
Died.
reason to marry someone.
He's Charles Manson said that bitch crazy.
That's how you know.
I think he died. I don't
Yeah.
remember. Like he's like one of those guys that's just like, oh, he's still alive, but like, he's dead.
That's Charles Manson. Fucking, what's his name? Darren Malakian from System of a Down was like hugely inspired by
Yeah.
Charles Manson
Charles
somehow.
Manson's philosophy.
Philosophy. Yeah, it's a really weird interview where he's like, not the killing,
Yeah.
the philosophy.
The
What?
Faceless was gonna have a Charles Manson interview in one of their songs.
Interesting.
In what's the fucking song?
Is it off of In Becoming a Ghost?
Yeah,
And
the
I
album
know
that's
that
a fucking train wreck. Cup of Mephistopheles.
Oh yeah.
There's a part where it just kind of breaks down and it's just drum and bass and nothing happening. And they were supposed to put a Charles Manson interview there, but I don't think they got the rights to it from CBS or whatever news company it was in time, so
Oh my
they just kind of
fucking Lord.
released it.
That's like so on brand for the Faceless.
I know, that's just the most faceless thing that could happen.
We were supposed to see them with the
EBR, BT Bam.
yeah, August Burns Red and Between the Buried and Me, and
They canceled while we were online
yeah, like
to get inside. They canceled the tour.
That's fucked up, man.
I love the Faceless though.
Yeah, they're fucking great. They're one of those bands that whenever I listen to them, I'm like, I should listen to this band more. But then I realize they only have like an hour worth of music.
They have one good album.
Nah, dude. They got 4 good albums, bro. Fuck out.
Well, fair enough. I haven't heard the first one.
First one's cool. It's like standard, like technical death metal kind
Tech
of thing.
deathcore.
Like imagine like Necrophage's little brother.
Oh yeah, I'm into it. Okay, I want to cover some Necrophages, but that shit is just like,
Yeah, you could cover Necrophages, bro.
if I could sit down and learn it.
I'm not gonna sit down and learn it.
It's like when have you guys ever sat down and like looked at a tab and you fucking spend 2 hours learning a riff and you're like, holy shit, this is 13 seconds.
Yeah.
To learn this thing, it's like,
I told you, I'm learning that I bought the Revocation Outer Ones tab book.
yeah.
And that's just me with like pretty much every riff in that album. I'm just like, what the fuck is he doing? Like I sent you that one chord that's like, the chord is like, you gotta play it, where's my hand? You gotta like play it like this or some shit and like get to it at 250 BPM. I'm like, this guy's out of his fucking mind, dude. And he like does it while singing. And
Yeah.
it's just like, what the fuck is your problem, man?
I like that him and the guy from Gorguts are
Oh,
like,
yeah.
they're like buddy.
They gotta start a band.
Yeah.
That'd be tight.
Well, they did what was it, Slay at Home
Slay
Fest?
at home.
Oh, that was sick. It was
Yeah.
fucking the bassist from Dillinger, drummer from Car Bomb, and then Luke LeMay and Dave Davidson.
That's insane.
Oh, that track they cut
I
was
remember
so
that.
sick. That's
Slay
like
at
my
Home.
perfect concoction
Yeah.
of like,
Yeah, it's that
Oh, wow.
metal injection during lockdown and everything. They had a live stream concert.
Yeah, I had what's it called? Do you remember Vivi Vex being on there? Did you see that?
Even Snow.
Came out wearing it's this chick came out wearing like fucking dressed like The Exorcist and did a cover
No.
of Hit Me Baby One More Time, like
Oh,
That's
with
sick.
a possessed like demon voice. And
That's awesome.
yeah, I ended up having Vivi Vex on the show. It was weird, dude, because I fucking messaged Vivi Vex. I was like, hey, I loved you at Slay at Home. You want to come on this shit? And Vivi Vex, Vivi Vex's team, messaged me saying, fucking Vivi Vex is died at the Slay at Home show. So, there's, she can't come on the show, but there are some clones. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, okay, yeah, sure, I'm down to have a clone on. I'm like, all right, I'll see what's going on. And I prepared a whole ass interview thinking I was gonna get VVVex on or Clone or I don't know what the fuck. To be honest, I didn't know what was happening. But yeah, I had VVVex on and like they're the clone of VVVex, and they kind of just like sat there with their mouth open. It was black and white, and there was a nurse. Every question I would ask, the nurse would shut me down and say, "Sorry, that's confidential. That's confidential." And then all this like
That's
black
fucking
shit
awesome.
started coming out of like VVVex's mouth or the clone's mouth, and then fucking like then the clone started freaking out, and then they just ended the interview, and I was like, well, like this is the last of me like preparing in depth for an interview because I never know what the fuck's gonna happen. Like,
Why the fuck didn't we do that? That's fucking awesome.
That's so great.
That's dope.
I gotta fucking watch that.
I know
That's
someone
insane.
messaged me, how much did you pay that person to do that? I was like, dude, I never pay nobody to come on. I invite them on and fucking shit's off the rails. People like, you're in on that, you're in on that. No, man, like I fucking
Dude, like fucking we did that whole thing. I was thinking it was cool because we don't have like any like official promos of all of us done. Like there's like the promos of me, Connor, and Pigeon. But like for the most part, we're kind of like an anonymous band because like yeah, there's videos of us like recording and stuff, but like this is our first thing of like us talking in a video. It's like, bro, we should have done some crazy shit like that.
Yeah.
come on with some masks.
We'll start a new band.
Yeah, delete this. We'll start next time.
Yeah. That's crazy. No, it was funny though when I was piecing everything together because I was like, oh shit, Kong. Because I was like, all right, so Kong, and then like everybody kind of like comes together. Like it's Jersey, I guess, is like a really tight wound scene, you know, of music. Like
no.
That's
very
fucking
dense.
Yeah. Well, I knew Theo from I was in a band for like 5 minutes with Theo called Oceans of Exile that Mike was also in from Weeping, and that just kind of fell apart for Pete reasons. And then Theo said like something like, hey, Kong's releasing our demo tonight, and there's like no one knew who Kong was, and I just told him like, bro, that's sick, let me play bass, because they didn't have a bass player. And then I was going to go to the practice, and Theo's like, nah, dude, we got a bass player. I was like, oh, okay. And then like a year later, he hits me up and is like, yo, we want to get a second guitarist, you in? And I was like, yeah, sure. And that's how I met Pigeon and the drummer and Kong, Steve, and all them. So, and Jack played a show with Kong too, because I think our bass player couldn't make it. And I've known Jack since I was like fucking 11 years old. And then then lockdown happened, and Theo had Weeping, and Bird was kind of like, yo, dude, I wrote some death metal songs, let's record it. And Theo's just like, dude, just join my death metal band. And then and then I kept annoying Theo for me to join Weeping, or at least like in some sort of capacity be part of it. And then I played those 2 shows, and then in all of that this started. So it's kind of like just like the 3 of us like having like, you know, like I know Pigeon when it comes to doing heavy vocals. I know Pigeon, so let's get Pigeon to do the vocals in our heavy band and shit like that.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Pigeon's sick with the vocals, man. Those fucking highs, like you said, like Trevor Stern had, like he totally fucking has that like that is like that perfect high scream for me. Like it just sounds so good. Like a lot of people do it and it kind of sounds like like there's some black metal bands where I'm just like like when I hear
black metal very hit or miss for me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I fucking love black metal though. I don't know. I'm just a weirdo. It's like it's funny because it's like, what did somebody tell me? They were like, I forgot who it was, but they were like, yeah, I remember like in high school, everybody was in a black metal band. Like that's like one of the first bands you get into. Like after you're like in a fucking hardcore band, you know, it's like you do this and then you do that, and then fucking everybody transitions to death metal, and it's. I don't know. It's not like an elitist thing, but it's like as you get more into shit. Because what Warflurch, Mike told me from Warflurch, he's like, everything that we play, every chord progression has been created before. Everything has been done before. Yeah. But the way that you do it is what can be different, you know? And like,
there's only 12 notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you fucking, it's a trip, man. It's pretty fucking.
Yeah, dude.
pretty gnarly, especially with the type of music you're playing. It's fucking,
No,
it's insane because it's just like so much shit happening. Like, fuck. What was?
I'm just like in that active mode of like not wanting to repeat ourselves at this point, like with the writing process that we're at now, because like I'm really happy with the way that the split came out. Like I think those are kind of like our 4 best songs. But like um I'm excited to finally start working as a band when it comes to writing stuff because like I said, that EP was written in my room and then I sent it to everyone. And obviously like me and Connor would jam before, like we played like twice together before we recorded the drums. And like obviously stuff evolves from that, and then I did my guitars and then Mark played bass on that and parts kind of evolved throughout that. And then the same thing kind of happened with the split. But even with the split, like we had like in Droning Hum, that Maggot Stomp part was like literally like we were playing the song and Bird was like, bro, what if we played that slow? And then it's just kind of like, wow, that makes so much sense. That's sick. And it's just cool, like now that we're like kind of like starting to be like a band rather than just like an internet band, that we could kind of do that collaborative thing, because we basically rewrote a shitty demo I made a few days ago. We basically rewrote it today, and I think it's kind of a cool banger of a track. And I think the 3 songs that we have for whatever our next release will be are different enough, but also still in line enough that it's kind of just like a cool product.
Just like the natural progression of the band.
Still want to get those melodies in there though.
See what happens.
Yeah, I think it's like the way you recorded it. It sounds a lot like hip hop, like because I did rap music for a long time, working with different people and mixing shit and like sending this track to this guy and then this guy to this guy, leaving opens or like adjusting verses and shit. Like,
yeah.
And it's funny because the product comes out tight and you have more time to sit with it, so I think that like I've like fuck I mean that Cannibal Corpse did their new album that way too, I think. And
Alex Webster was in the studio with them.
It came out pretty fucking good too. Like I mean Cannibal Corpse has like fucking what, like 20 albums now, like fucking 17.
I think they're at, I think it's
15 fucking albums,
It's a fucking lot, and they're all good.
Yeah. And like this album though was like a trip to me because I liked the last one a lot, but it didn't have that, like, I don't know, it didn't have like the edge. I felt like they were losing their edge, kind of, like what was.
It was just kind of a fine record, Red Before Black. I thought it was just kind of. It sounded like Cannibal Corpse to me.
It sounded good, but
yeah,
it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't like that. And I felt like this one fucking when I saw heard Inhumane Harvest for the first time, I was like, okay, like this is like some Cannibal Corpse. Like I fuck with this. Like it's gnarly,
My favorite is Torture. That's my favorite album by Cannibal Corpse. That album just fucking slays. And it might be because that was the first new Cannibal Corpse album from when I like became a Cannibal Corpse fan.
Yeah.
But even to this day, like I listen to all their shit and like I'm just like, this album's fucking perfect. Like there's literally nothing on this album I would change at all.
Yeah.
And I know Jack agrees with me.
Barnes, it's funny, like people say Barnes is like the best at, the best albums that they ever made, but for me, like maybe if I was introduced to it at that time, I would probably agree, but like after hearing him in 6 Feet Under and just seeing all the memes and all of that, it like kind of ruined like listening to Barnes on songs for me. Like I just can't. It's just, I don't know, man. It doesn't hit the same way that I feel like it was initially did when it came out. Like,
well, I was even telling my friends, like, if I was like there back in the day, like if I was like in the scene back in like 1990 and shit, I don't even think I would really be that much of a Cannibal Corpse fan until Tomb of the Mutilated, because I'm not a big fan of their first 2 records, especially if you look at everything else that was going on around it, like what Death was doing, what Morbid Angel was doing, Suffocation. They were just kind of objectively doing it better than Cannibal Corpse. But then Tomb of the Mutilated came along. Tomb of the Mutilated and The Bleeding were like fucking masterpieces. But like those first 2 albums, they would just kind of be like if I was there, I would just kind of be like, yeah, Cannibal Corpse is a band that's in the scene and they have albums and they're pretty good. Like I think Obituary and all those bands were just murdering them at the beginning of Cannibal Corpse's career in terms of like quality, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Koala.
Yeah, Eden Back to Life had like a great, I mean, like it's great artwork, it's a great,
Yeah.
concept and shit at the time, but it doesn't knock like it should, like for being the first album,
Yeah.
it doesn't fucking move me.
I got so much shit on my channel for saying that that's their worst album, or at the very least, like my least favorite album, because like I don't like it doesn't sound like Cannibal Corpse yet. Like it's a thrash metal record that in all reality. So like I said, I do really enjoy this album. I think there's some classic songs on it, but if I'm going to listen to one Cannibal Corpse album, it will never be Eaten Back to Life, because it's not Cannibal Corpse for me.
Yeah. So you
and
said,
I even said like it's probably a better album than the album I have in the next slot, but at least the album in the next slot sounds like Cannibal Corpse to me.
Yeah, I know. Fuck, I hella agree with you, man, on that. Did you did you review Sanguisugabog?
Yeah, I did.
And how did you what did you give that?
I didn't give it a great score at the time, but I will say I do really like it now. Like it's one of those albums that grew on me a lot. I'd probably give it like a 6 or something, which isn't like a bad score, but like I listen to it a lot now, and I just kind of really enjoy it.
I fucking discovered that album the past week. I've been listening to that Sanguisugabog album and fucking Images and Words.
Hell yeah.
But that fucking what's that? Dead as Shit. That song is so fucking hard. And the snare tone on that album. Dude. Holy crap. That's just an awesome album. The production's awesome. It's just fucking so cool. I love it.
They're sick, man. You know what album I just got in the mail, or I guess in my email the other day? The new 200 Stab Wounds album, bro. Fucking gnarly, dude. It's so sick. It's like fucking riffs and grooves for days. They're probably my favorite band on Maggot Stomp right now.
Are you guys gonna go see them? Fucking have they already
Thursday?
Yeah.
Thangy?
No, 200 Stab Wounds, and it's in Newark. I have work. I can get out of work at 7, maybe. I did that today though, so I don't know if I can do that twice. And I don't know, like Newark is like an hour away, man. I'm gonna try to.
Aren't they on the Frozen Hole tour with them?
No, that's 200 Stab Wounds has their own tour going on. They're in tour with
we tried to get to that fucking Sanguisugabog show at St. Vitus, but sold out.
They're with Inoculation.
Oh,
I fucking fuck with hella, dude. Do you listen to them?
I haven't listened to them.
You should listen to them. They're like the tech death Maggot Stomp band.
Word.
So like they're still all Maggot Stompy, but like imagine if Death Human was on Maggot Stomp. It's pretty sick.
I'm gonna fucking check that out.
I like them a lot. Inoculation. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I want to go see. I was Warflirts was talking about them fucking today, actually, like right before I started here. I was just like on his live fucking with him on there talking shit like before I came on.
Yeah, dude, he's always live.
Oh, it's a sad day when he isn't live, I'll tell you that.
I know.
He makes my fucking day. I was having like the worst day the other week, and like it was like super early in the morning, and I was just like, man, fuck this shit. I was so mad at my job. I like went into my car and just like sat there and fucking I was like, oh shit, Warflirts is live. So I go on, and he's smoking like a joint, and he's like looking at like the day outside. He's like, man, it's such a beautiful day outside. And he was like, all right, time to open all this fucking mail. And I was like, like totally lifted my spirits.
I actively have to check, like, because even today I saw his live. It's like, today's not Wednesday. What the fuck?
Yeah, he's flying out to Mall, up to like North Dakota.
Oh, I thought it was Monday.
North Dakota. Oh, for don't tell me the name of that band. Fuck. Did they start with an M?
Mall.
What's the name of the band?
Metallica.
Mall. Mall's Metallica.
Yeah, Metallica. He's going to party with Metallica, bro.
Mall. They're a cool band.
Yeah, they're
Were they
badass.
on Frozen Streams? I think they had one release on Frozen Stream.
Maybe.
I think so.
I know Flirts just sold out their fucking VHS tapes they put up there.
Yeah, dude, they murdered us. They had the same exact plan as we did.
Oh, Halloween drop the same day.
Yeah, dude. Announce it on the 29th, drop it on Halloween.
Yeah, shit, man. I wanted to buy more shit. I want to buy more merch right now, buy more shit, but I can't fucking afford shit. I'm fucked.
That's me, dude.
I just got that final Black Dahlia drop from Night
Oh, the
Shift.
Nightbringer?
Yeah, I got Kareem coming on the show too in a couple weeks from
Oh,
Night
hell
Shift.
yeah,
So
dude.
I'm like, yo, the official. I didn't say it tonight on the shit when I did my intro, but officially brought to you by Night Shift merch. Sorry,
Oh,
Kareem.
straight up?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's official yet. That's why it's gonna be funny to have him on, because I'm gonna introduce the show and then be like, brought to you by Night Shift merch, and then bring him on and just see what he does.
God.
I'm hella like look at him.
So you're going to force him into it.
No, well, I fucking
Sneak attack.
this shit. It all came to fruition because of fucking of Night Shift merch. I was hella drunk one night on my stream. I was gonna be a gaming channel, bro. I was just like super drunk and playing like some shit, and I had a Weeping shirt on, and I was just like, this stream's brought to you by Weeping and Night Shift merch. And then I clipped it and tagged Night Shift merch as a joke, and they posted it, and then Theo posted it, and then I was like, oh shit, like Weeping saw me. I wonder if they'd be down to come on the show, or like just come on the stream. And it just turned into, now I got a logo, and now it's a fucking, the intro's coming. I'm gonna have John work on the fucking intro, because he does all that like graphic design shit. So
Yeah, dude.
yeah, man,
That's awesome, man.
it's crazy how like shit just snowballed into this, you know, like badass shit, man. Now we're here, man. I'm here with the biggest band, fucking Bestial Tongues, baby. You guys,
Dude, I buy so much shit from fucking Night Shift, man. I think the last order I did from them was like $120.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. I got that. I got the Pierce from Within long sleeve. What was the other long sleeve I got? That's the Revocation one. I got that one before. I don't know. I got the Pierce from Within long sleeve. I got the Bolt Thrower War Flirt shirt.
yeah,
You know what I'm talking about? A Nazem shirt. And I got another fucking long sleeve. I don't remember what it was. Fuck. I don't know. I don't remember. But another long sleeve, and I got that inoculation CD because I needed a few extra bucks for free shipping.
yeah, yeah. I've done that. I got a fucking
Vitriol.
death candle.
The death candle?
Yeah, you seen that thing?
No.
Oh, let me show you. You guys are gonna laugh at this shit. I only pull it out when I'm hella drunk, so it's the first time I'm pulling it off sober. My wife got this for me as a gift, actually, but it's fucking,
Bro. Oh my god, that's so cool.
That's dope.
That's cool shit.
yeah, shit is crazy, man.
That's
That's
sick as
fucking
hell, man.
awesome.
It's
You
like
could never burn that.
No.
the leper. I'd like want to burn it though, because I wonder if it like burns red. You know what I mean? Like if it like turns like all bloody and shit.
Smells like leprosy.
I need, yeah, he's just gonna ooze. I know. I got the fucking leprosy vinyl and shit too. I love fucking.
I think no.
I have
pick one up?
leprosy.
Oh yeah, I just picked. No, it was individual thought patterns.
Yeah, I was there with you.
Fuck.
That's when I had to get spiritual
Why did I
healing
think
like a
I have? Oh,
nerd.
because I have.
Ah, spiritual healing. I missed out on that. So, my mom is like, well, not just my mom, but I was raised very like Christian and shit. So I know I don't want to get that one, because I don't want to like put it up and like, you know, be like, but I love the spiritual healing. I think I actually have the flag. Do I have that flag, or did I not get it? The spiritual healing flag.
Which one is that?
The one with the fucking dude smacking the guy. Remember?
Such a great album. That is.
I had
the
the,
one with the dude smacking. That's That's
I had a signed. I was at one of those horror conventions. They had Ed Repka was there.
Yeah.
The album cover guy, and he had. I wanted to get Rust in Peace because that's just like the sickest album cover ever, but he had Spiritual Healing there, so I got Spiritual Healing signed by Ed Repka. That's pretty cool.
That's fucking hard, man. That shit's.
Yeah, dude. He was a cool dude. He just spent like the whole time, like I don't think a lot of people knew who he was,
Really?
and he sat there drawing the whole time. Like he was just drawing like werewolves and shit while just waiting for people. And he signed it for me, said thanks, and then went back to drawing his werewolf.
God,
He did a lot of shit, man.
Yeah, that shit is iconic as fuck to me. It's that one makes me laugh my ass off, like the spiritual healing. Even Leprosy too. That was I think the first album cover I saw by them. That's why it means like so much to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
That's
saw
what
That's my dad had that album.
I was like,
That's the only death album he had.
yeah, my dad told me when I was a kid, he was like, "Oh, real metal, Dave. That's some real death metal." And I was like, he said death. And I was like, death? Like what? And I remember I like Googled them and that was the first thing I saw. And I was like, oh shit, that's like real death metal.
No.
You know?
Plug, the title track.
Oh, fuck. Oh, what's
the...
Open Casket. Yeah, the song after that is really fucking good. Primitive Ways, that song is so fucking... The whole album, everybody knows it. Fucking 10 out of 10. Perfect.
Yeah, Born Dead is my favorite song, fucking...
Yeah.
I think.
Born Dead into this world. Na, 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 na. Whatever he
fucking
says.
Forgotten Past, too.
Yeah, it's a catchy song.
That's an iconic chorus.
Forgotten Past.
Yeah.
You're singing it like Danzig.
Yeah, dude.
It was really thrashy though. Like that, I feel like that was kind of like more of a thrash album. Like it wasn't until like their
Spiritual
later...
Healing is like that's what old school death metal sounds like. Old school Floridian death metal.
Yeah.
That's like you even have James Murphy like playing on the fucking record. Like that's... I don't know, man. Death Human, that's the one for me, man.
Yeah.
That album's fucking insanely amazing and perfect.
Sean Reiner.
I think
someone's beeping their car.
Nah.
I think that was when they did the what's it called? They did like an interview where they're like, we're just getting closer to our instruments. Like you seen that interview? Like straight
that
up.
album. All their shit's good. They're just one of those bands that like all their albums are fucking awesome.
It's hard to pick a favorite, honestly. Like fucking Symbolic, Sound of Perseverance.
I would say
it's all good.
Spiritual Healing's probably my least favorite, but it's still a fucking banger. It's still like a dope album.
Yeah, they're their trip, man. I fucking fuck. I wish they had 20 albums.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like fuck.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Did you listen to Control Denied?
No.
That's the band after Death. That's like the Sound of Perseverance lineup with a different singer.
Oh.
Yeah, Chuck wanted to be a power metal band.
Yeah, the vocals kind of ruin it, but it's really good musically, but it has like those like kind of vocals going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but like musically it's right in line with like what Death would release after Sound of Perseverance. Damn. And I think they still have an unreleased album that like they just never finished because Chuck died.
Necrophagist has, I think the new Necrophagist album has been written for years, but it's just like stuck somewhere.
Yeah.
It's never coming.
I hate unreleased shit, man. Like, just drop that shit. Just put it out, man.
Exactly, dude. That's like with this split. Like, when it was done, I was like, okay, let's just fucking do it, man.
Yeah, because like, when did we record the drums for that?
We recorded drums.
We recorded drums in like July.
Yeah, probably.
And I've just been waiting for this thing to come out, and I'm so excited to finally play a show with this band too. It's gonna be fucking.
It's gonna be dope, man. I haven't played a show since that Weeping show.
Is Mind Decay gonna be recording your show?
Oh, I don't know. That'd be cool.
I mean, I know I'm gonna record a drum view of the set.
I want to see if Eduardo's around. If Eduardo could do some promos and stuff, because like I said, we don't have any. We've never all been in the same room together. So like, now that we're all gonna be in the same room together, we have to like take promos. Yeah. Like every fucking like opportunity we could do, like everything that we need to do while we're all in the same room, we have to do it now.
We have to.
Would you guys ever do corpse paint?
No.
I mean,
if you only did corpse paint, that'd be sick.
I thought it'd be really funny if I fucking wore like a pink dress covered in blood to our first show.
Bird wants to wear fishnets, which would be sick as hell.
Oh, do it, Bird.
I might have to steal a pair of Teresa's fishnets.
Isn't Dave? Dave might even be there too.
Who's Dave?
Dave, our second guitar player.
Oh yeah, we have a second guitar player that's kind of in the band, but not really.
Just haven't gotten around to a practice yet.
Yeah, he's in the group chat and everything, but he lives in Brooklyn, so like it's hard for him to show up and everything.
Shout out to Dave.
Oh shit! So yeah, fucking, I was talking to Johnny Freeze and he said I have all these bands that I fucking am pushing, but I don't have any bands from New York. So officially Bestial Tongues is has some New York contributions.
Part New
Oh
York.
yeah.
You guys
We're
are
20% New York.
you guys are officially New York grind. You're from New
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I talked with Dave and I basically told him like, yeah, like we want you in the band, but like not really until like we know that like it'll all work out. You know what I mean? Like, because he's in the group chat and everything, but it's just the kind of thing is he's never been to a rehearsal. He's not on the album or anything, but like we want, especially with this new material, like we kind of need a second guitar player.
Yeah.
So like,
And Dave is really good too. So like hopefully we can get a
Yeah,
little
that'd
bit
be
more
cool.
of him, a little bit more like just more of him
yeah,
at all.
I wanted him to do a solo on the record, but he's like hella busy with school and stuff, so he didn't have time to do it. The second solo in Transmogrified, I wanted like a sick like kind of dive bomb like Floyd Rose solo, and all of my guitars with Floyd Roses are like busted, so I was like, "Yo, Dave, do this," and he just didn't get around to it, so I had to bullshit my way through a solo.
It's a good solo though.
Yeah, that's just I love those fucking like in your face like solos like over like they just come out of nowhere type shit like or to kick off a song, you know, like that shit's so fucking badass, man. And I don't hear a lot of like really tight together bands that are like on big labels and shit doing that anymore, really. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's usually like fits somewhere like in the shit like, you know, like, okay, this is the designated solo fucking part, like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Or like
I said, like it's the only reason why there's solos there is because Bird didn't want to do vocals. And like I hate doing solos because like it's such like I hate writing them, and I have to write them because I suck at improv, so it's just like, oh
yeah,
it's either like write a solo or just potentially play a really shitty solo.
yeah.
So it's like and even then there's still improv. Like the ending of the second solo in Transmogrified, I don't know what I played there. I just went woo, 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 woo. So like when we're jamming, I'm gonna go woo, 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 woo.
Yeah, just fucking go for it. That's
But
like
that first solo I wrote, I absolutely know how to play that one, even though that has a fucking harmony on it that I can't do live. So whatever.
Got the Alan Holdsworth solo.
Yeah,
Hell
the
yeah.
fucking polka solo.
I just saw fucking Brandon Ellis live with Black Dahlia, and
Freak. Oh yeah, I keep turning off my car.
that guy is nuts, man. Like his
Dude.
I've listened to the new album like a million times, but hearing the way he fucking improvises on his own shit is just like fuck.
He's so sick, man. Like I would say he's objectively like the best guitar player for Black Dahlia. I will admit I'm more of a Ryan Knight guy, but in terms of like just overall playing, like Brandon Ellis just fucking like, hey, I'm just gonna shred real quick and just fucking kills it.
Yeah.
Brian Knight, I think, just wrote really memorable solos. Like I remember most of his solos.
Yeah, like it's funny because that album Ever Black, like the songs, like the riffs on the songs aren't as memorable to me, but then you listen to the solos and it's like, oh, okay, I know this one, I know that one. Like, and he was really jazzy. I loved him on Ritual. Like Ritual was my fucking
Ritual's my favorite.
It's close for me.
No,
close for me.
I've transitioned a lot of people into Ritual stands. Mark, he was all about Nightbringers and Nocturnal.
Ritual. Yeah,
he was all into Nocturnal and Nightbringers, and I was like, bro, listen to fucking Ritual. It's the best one. And now that's his favorite. Mike, he was all about Everblack. I'm like, bro, listen to the album before that, bro. It's fucking dope. Like, I remember when that shit came out. It was the Green Black Dahlia album, and now that's his favorite album.
Yeah, I like
even though he was like, he was very adamant. It's like, nah, bro, I just like Alan Cassidy's drumming better, bro. And like, bro, it's okay. Like the music is better on this album. And then you listen to it, it's like, yeah, you're right.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm still a fucking boy.
Yeah. I saw them play that all in full.
Oh,
I saw them play all of Nocturnal and all of Nightbringers in full.
Oh, that's sick as fuck. You got a lot of shows.
I wish I could have seen that. I was so like it was my first time seeing them live because I miss them every time they come, and they played every song from like every album. Not like every song, but every dope song. Like
everyone you want to hear.
Like Everything
That's
Went
sick.
Black came on and I started crying, bro. It was too much for me because during the pandemic, like that's the song that got me back into guitar and got me back into metal because like I literally just picked my guitar up like right before the pandemic happened and I was like, I'm gonna learn this song, and it took me like fucking like 3 months to like actually like play like half the song. Like I still can't even
that
play
shit's
the
hard, man. They're nodey as fuck.
Yeah, they're fucking crazy, and yeah, I saw that they brought the ape out too, which was fucking hella crazy, man. So I feel like I got a taste of everything when I saw them, but I really I think Brandon Ellis is, dude, he's a fucking like guitar hero, bro.
Yeah, he's like super fucking good for no reason. He played on a 6 Feet Under album.
I know. I was thinking about that when I was mentioning fucking Barnes. I was like, fuck. I met Brandon Ellis too. We did I took a guitar lesson from him.
Oh, nice.
Fucking I couldn't do shit that he was trying to show me. Like, he's a good teacher. He's a hella good teacher, but my hands and brain just don't want to coordinate when I'm being directed to do something.
On his level.
Yeah, exactly.
The first time I saw Black Dahlia was they were I didn't even know who they were. They were opening for Children of Bodom, and it was on, if my timeline is correct, I think it's like Necropolis. Is that the name of the album? The one after Nocturnal? What's the name of that?
Oh, Deflore.
Oh, Deflore.
Yeah.
That has the song Necropolis or whatever on it, right?
It's like the first song on it, yeah.
Yeah. They were on that tour when I saw them, and I didn't know who they were until they played what a horrible night to have a curse. Because I remember when I was in middle school, all the cool older senior metal kids in the guitar music class would play that. And I was like, I know that fucking song. Like when they started playing it, I was like, that's the song that those kids that are 5 years older than me used to play in a fucking band.
Yeah, that shit's a jam, man. That shit. What do they say? Drink the blood of a child's broken neck. Like, oh my god, what the fuck? Ritual was too much for me when it came out. It was once I listened to it, and I was like, man, that's a good album. And then I like read the lyrics, and
like the window.
That song sticks out the most on the fucking.
Like killing children and raping their dead bodies.
Terrible subject matter. It's based on like a true story about some evil ass like dude from like Brazil that did that shit or something, or like South America.
The chorus hook line is like something like fill their throats with semen or some shit. Like Trevor went in. Yeah. And then when they asked Trevor about it, Trevor says, it's fucking death metal. Stop being a pussy.
Yeah. That shit was, it was crazy. But yeah, man, I was like, it was that, and then the extremely like satanic like shit on there. Like I was just like, all right, because that was at the point where I wasn't ready to like get into that kind of metal yet. I mean, when I first started listening to metal, I used to listen to like The Devil Wears Prada. I listened to Christian fucking metal bands, man. I used to go to youth group every weekend and shit.
Same, dude.
Yeah. And
except I would listen to Deicide at youth group.
Oh god. Yeah, fuck. They were another band I wouldn't touch too for a while, and then like it was funny though because like Devil Wears Prada, they sound like fucking like they sound like Five Finger Death Punch now. Like they totally went soft as fuck, and I'm just like, I can't even. It's so cringe. I can't listen to this shit anymore, man. Like. And
dude, I'd be sitting at the back of church listening to fucking like Deicide, Once Upon the Cross, and like fucking like Exodus and shit. like just like fuck this, dude. Like Testament and all that crazy shit. That was like that. I think it was church and fucking my freshman year Photoshop class that it really developed my metal knowledge and taste.
Yeah, I had like a lot of friends that were super, like they were all in bands, and I was kind of like late to like playing instruments and doing all that shit, so everybody would big bro me, and I was like, man, fuck these motherfuckers. Like they all think they're all better than me and shit, and they're like showing me this shit. I show them some shit. Oh, bro, that's fucking trash. You gotta listen to this, listen to this. And I was like, man, fuck Cannibal Corpse. I didn't want to listen to Cannibal Corpse for years, and then I was
I
like,
hate that shit, dude.
you know, like that elitist type shit. But then it's like, fuck, I turned myself off from a lot of bands that like I heavily fuck with, like, you know, as time went on, and you know, I just started listening to more shit. But it cracks me up though, like Mike from Warflurch earlier was like playing a whole stack of albums that he was listening to that I guess he won, like, or he won a whole bunch in a raffle, and he was just like listening to shit, and he was like, nah, next, this shit sucks, this is trash, I don't like these vocals, that's hella corny, fuck this, you know. I was just dying because I was like, damn it, like it brought me back to like, you know, I need to be more fucking you know, like scrutinizing of certain kinds of shit. But it's like, I don't know, that rabbit hole's so deep, man.
Yeah, dude.
You know,
I don't like. I'm getting a lot of shit because on my channel I did Mastodon released a new album, and I fucking love Mastodon. Their new album's pretty fucking bad, and I gave it a pretty bad review. And then Limp Bizkit came out with a new record. The Limp Bizkit album fucking slapped. So I gave that a good review. And the amount of comments is like, bro, this fucking guy gave Mastodon a 3 out of 10 and Limp Bizkit a 7 out of 10. What the fuck is up with that? I'm like, bro, I'm by no means saying that Limp Bizkit is a better band than Mastodon, but Mastodon just released their worst album, and Limp Bizkit released one of their best albums. So yeah, in this case, I do prefer Limp Bizkit. I would rather listen to that album.
You heard it here. You prefer Limp Bizkit to Mastodon.
Hey, fuck it.
I heard that Limp Bizkit album last night while I was going on a drive. I was like, what the fuck? Limp Bizkit just dropped an album?
Hell yeah, dude.
And as I was listening to it, I was like, is this like greatest hits of shit I haven't heard from them? Because it was just like the best Limp Bizkit, you know? Like,
dude, it's fucking sick, man.
Like, that's what it is. It's straight up Limp Bizkit. It feels like fucking, like, it makes me want to get a fucking like tap out tattoo and fucking, you know, like grow my fucking like sideburns out and connect it with my shit, you know, and frost my tips.
Like, I totally understand people that don't like Limp Bizkit, but you just don't like fun if you don't like Limp Bizkit. Like, they're fucking terrible, but that's why they're awesome.
Why they're
like,
good. My way or the highway.
If break stuff comes onto your radio and your impulse is to change the channel and not like immediately start singing along and throwing down, you're a pussy. Like, that's like the hardest song ever. Like, show me something that's heavier than that song. You can't.
That shit goes hard, man. You know what has me like, fuck, I always put on that one song to troll my girlfriend. Chocolate starfish in the hot dog flavored water. The way that he says it.
And then they play like the sickest fucking riff, so it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's like, no matter how cringe Fred Durst is, like, the rest of the band is like, okay, we're just gonna go hard as fuck and like just make the sickest riffs.
Yeah, it knocks. That shit's hard. Yo, they're more consistent than, and dare I say it, than Rage Against the Machine. I think that Rage Against the Machine, fucking, come on, man. Where's that new album at? Where's the
honestly,
fucking,
bro?
You know,
the only Rage Against the Machine album that I love is the first one. Yeah. I love the first 3 Limp Bizkit albums. So
Limp Bizkit's better than Rage Against the Machine.
I even said, like, I don't remember what I was talking about when I did that review. I was talking about Snot.
Oh, yeah, I love that band.
Because on one of Limp Bizkit's albums, Wes Borland wasn't on it, and the guitar player from Snot was on it. And I even said in the video, I said, like, Snot is an amazing band. You should listen to their album. Their album is way better than every album on this list.
Snot is so fucking good.
Snot is awesome, dude.
What's that album called?
Get Some.
Get Some.
Yeah, dude. My balls.
I think Serge,
your chin.
System of a Down did like a thing on a compilation for them.
Yeah, the guy from Seven Dust did like a tribute. And I'm sure all those fucking new metal bands were their new metal bands.
Old metal bands.
Yeah, fuck. I man, I used to fuck tough with Mudvayne when they came out. Like,
hell yeah,
they were so different, and I felt like they were kind of heavy compared to like the, you know, the other like new metal shit coming out at that time. Like, they were like just fucking weird, man.
I liked Mudvayne back in the day. The LD50 album,
That
the Lost
album.
and Found album. I fucked with those.
Oh yeah, that album is sick with fucking LD50.
Yeah, that shit.
They're
I
back
was
together.
disappointed with
The
how they went though. They kind of like, like they like were
I
hella
like-
dope, and then
I liked the Lost and Found record. I think that was their last one. Then they got really bad. Like Lost and Found was kind of like, hey guys, we want radio hits, but at least the radio hits were like kind of good, I would say. But then after that, they just kind of fell off.
well, they
in my-
turned into like they went from being like a fucking like the heaviest shit on MTV right now
Yeah.
to fucking WWE entrance music.
Yeah,
You know what I
Just
mean?
like Code Orange.
yeah,
The Code Orange treatment.
bro. Code Orange, man. But now we got Hell Yeah. Where's my hand? Hell Yeah.
Yeah, drinking for smoking weed, I get you hell yeah. I used to fucking slap that, bro.
Dude, that
When it
record
came out.
slapped. I don't care what anyone says. The rest of their shit sucks, but that first album was hard as hell, man.
Oh,
I don't
dude.
know. Sometimes butt rock serves a good purpose, you know.
Yeah, dude, I
Like
won.
sometimes it's just fun.
I have an autographed guitar from Mudvayne that I won on
Yes.
metalsucks.net. Yeah,
That's honestly hard as shit.
there was a picture of fucking. It was like some like dude wearing corpse paint in the middle of like a food fucking thing. It was like caption this, and he's like in the middle of like a mall food court, and I commented, "How come no one ever comes to my tea parties?" And so they were like, "Oh shit, this is the best comment." Fucking, I won it. And I was fucking up in school, and one day I ditched from school, right? And I'm at my house with all my friends, and you know they're smoking, and we're playing Gears of War 2. It just came out that day,
Hell yeah.
and
The
bro, fucking the door swings open. My dad comes in. This motherfucker was like, "What the fuck are you doing here? All of you get the fuck out!" So I get up, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" I'm running out the door. And he goes, "Not you!" And he grabs me. And then my friends are all gone. They dipped. And my dad throws me on my patio because there's like a sliding glass door. He throws me on there, locks me out. And then this fool comes out with my my skateboard. And he's like stomping on it, and he can't break it. And then he's like, I was like, "Hi." He didn't get my skateboard. Then he goes in the fucking room and comes out with the Mudvayne guitar that I just won. And he fucking smashed that shit. The neck split in half. It was a Washburn. It was like a fucking $90 like, you know, guitar. But I was like, what the fuck? He smashed it all up and shit. So I still have it, but it's just destroyed. And it's like autographed.
At least you still have the autographs. So that's all that is worth.
Yeah, that's honestly cooler.
Yeah.
If you got the autographs
A
on it.
smashed Mudvayne
You'd be
guitar.
like, yeah, I saw Mudvayne one time, and I got the smashed guitar.
Yeah.
Hard as hell, dude.
Fuck, man.
Oh shit.
So yeah, you guys still running, or you ready to cut? I know it's probably getting late over there. It's like midnight, right?
Yeah,
Well,
gotta
it's
cut. Yeah, it's midnight for us. Might have to go to Wawa, get some
I
food,
gotta
and go to
pee.
bed. Oh, you gotta
go
pee.
to bed.
Yeah.
I got work.
No.
8 tomorrow.
But thank you for having us on,
Thank you
man.
so much for having us.
It's awesome.
This
Our
was a
first
blast.
time on video ever.
Thank you for coming on. It was an absolute pleasure having you guys. Everybody go listen to the motherfucking Split. I'm going to be posting the links fucking all over the place, all over. I'm going to get it tattooed on my forehead. Have a great
Hell
night.
yeah.
It was an absolute pleasure. And this is all brought to you by Night Shift merch.
Night shift
Night
merch.
shift merch.
I should have worn a night